Hello, good morning. How you doing today? I am fine. I trust you're doing same. Thanks be to God Almighty for granting us the grace to live to see yet another day. It's the 9th day of December. Can you imagine? Just yesterday we entered into December and so quick, real fast. It's 9 days already. I'm not sure where the year is running off to, but December, please slow down, calm down for us, all right? I want to enjoy the month. We are preparing to welcome Jesus, the birth of Jesus Christ. So, I mean, the month should, keep it on the low for us. It's in too much of a rush. Or what do you think? Do you guys agree with me? If you do, send us your thoughts, your comments, and contributions via the WhatsApp number. Let us know what you think via our socials. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on X, Instagram, and we're on TikTok as well. Let us know what you think. The show is very, very interactive. Once again, you're welcome. And let me usher you into a festive mood properly. I'm talking about the situation All White Party is happening on the 24th of December 2025 at the Good Park near the Accra Mall at 8 p.m. sharp. It's when gates open. Now, the dress code for this party of the year, all right, is all white. All white. Come dressed in your white outfit, step into your dancing shoes, and come, let's boogie down, let's party the night away, because it promises to be fun. We're leaving no stone unturned because we want to celebrate the year. We want to crown it and crown it well. It's the official Christmas party, and it's an all-white party. We call it a situation all-white party because, you see, when we situate, we lituate. So it's going to be a situation at a lituation. You understand? So come join us at the Good Park near Accra Mall and let's party together from 8 p.m. till, I don't know, should we do a 3 days something? Or, because when the fun is going on like that, we don't want to stop. But when you get there, tell us. If you have the energy to keep going, we'll keep going. We don't put a plug for nothing. Yeah, we bring the heat to the fire. You understand? So yeah, we'll see you there. Now, let me give you more than one reason why you should not miss the Situation All White Party, why you should be at the Situation All White Party. Listen, the crooner himself, songwriter of the year for what, 5 times? How many times now? The guy's been picking it back to back. Yeah, Made in Tadi, Team Move, Rekordo. Kofi Kinata is going to be on the stage and he's going to be performing live at the Situation All White Party. Charlie, the things the man is promising to do, no? And if you know Kinata, you know that, yeah, he's not like, let me keep my thoughts to myself. But basically, he won't promise and fail. You understand? When he promises, he delivers. So he's going to be there at the Situation All White Party. Also joining him on stage will be that silky smooth singer, the ladies man, Post me. Akwabwa music. Akwabwa is also going to be on stage at the Situation All White Party. And then, when we're about to enter into 25th, the morning of 25th, because we're partying on Christmas Eve, right? So that's 24th night. And to take us into Christmas Day, that's 25th. So around about 11:30, just before the clock strikes 12, we're going to worship our way into Christmas Day. And the spirit-filled Perez Dome. Did I say Perez Dome? Jesus Christ. Perez music. You see, when you are filled with the unction like that, you begin to speak in tongues that you yourself, you don't understand. Yes, and that's what's going to happen there. So you come and have all the fun. But when Perez lifts up that microphone, and when he sings into that microphone, and the unction of the Lord fills the atmosphere, beloved, allow yourself for the Spirit of God to use you. All right? So, you are coming to chill and then you are coming to take blessings. Where else can you get this? You understand? Akwabwa is going to do some smooth sessions with you, make you feel all lovey-dovey. You understand? Kofi Kinata is going to tell you some stories through his music. The lyrics of his songs take you on a musical journey, some fairy tale in there, love story in there, Abrabo Munsem Kakra, the hustle and bustle of this life in Ghana. Do you understand? Then Perez will fill the atmosphere with the Spirit of the Lord. Because when he calls, the heavens hear him. And of course, the heavens respond to him. And so you and I, we're taking the unctions home. But you see, Uchima Mechim, so in Chinchim band will also be there. You understand? A Chinchim will be performing live. Charlie, they'll do their songs. You know those songs that they do, magical stuff. And when they do, after they are done performing their own songs, they'll take you and I, you understand, through some wonderful renditions of some of our favorite Ghanaian songs, music of Ghanaian origin, and then, of course, they do some wild stuff from the international scene. Then, you know that guy, very unassuming, but also very, very unpredictable. Killer Fingers, DJ Mingle, not your regular DJ. He's going to take over the set. And when he does, it's play and play and play and play and play and no stopping. You understand? The guy plays music like he breathes oxygen. Hey! Nah. And you should know, you need to be a smart person to be a DJ. Because the timing, the precision, the BPM, oh Lord. DJ Mingle is DJ. If you get it, if you don't get it, forget about it. But let's see you there at the Situation All White Party. Let's party to the break of dawn. Let's herald the year with some good celebration. Of course, we're going to whip up some canopies. You're going to have your grazing table, your drinks. I mean, and then, Charlie, the packages this year. Oh, my God. Charlie, have you seen the packages? The platinum, the diamond, the gold. Boy, oh, you just got to be there. I need you to call, right? Call 0205 973 973 0205 973 973. And then you can also call us on 0558 973 973. All you got to do is pick up that phone, place that call, talk to the women or the ladies on the other end of the phone and say, hey, I'm down for the Situation All White Party. I need me a platinum table. In fact, take 2, all right? And then give me 3 of the diamond tables and then 4 of the gold tables. And let's have a ball. You get it? So that's what's going to happen. So yeah, you have your gold package, 9K. You have your platinum package, 15K. And then you have your diamond package at 12K. Now you're getting your bottles of whiskey. Charlie, the Glenfiddich there, you know, is a thing. This morning TV, you let me leave it at that. But yeah, your packages will come with any and everything except the ordinary. So please call us now. All right. That's 15,000 Ghana cedis, 12,000 Ghana cedis, and 9,000 Ghana cedis for platinum, diamond, and a gold. And it comes with an amazing list of goodies for the night. We're going to be celebrating all night because the Situation All White Party is that type of party where it's everybody's birthday, so everybody is a celebrant and everybody gets celebrated. We want to see you there. The Situation All White Party is brought to you by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM, and it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank. I want to say thank you to EcoBank. It's also sponsored by Bethel Logistics. Bethlog. Thank you to Bethel Logistics. And we have Hallmark Cafe also sponsoring us. Hallmark Cafe, absolutely wonderful people. Thank you guys so much. The Situation All White Party is also supported by Oswald Investment Limited. Kudos. Salute. Hats off to Oswald Investment Limited for being part of the Situation All White Party. Guys, you don't want to miss. If you snooze, you lose. All right? So show up and let's turn up. It promises to be fun. The type of fun you haven't had in years, you see. And it's also healing, you understand? When the music, just allow your soul and your body to gravitate to the sound on the music, feel the beats. Yeah, and then you be tapping your feet. Those of you who are, Charlie, professional sitting dancers, don't come and do that in our situation. Because we are all going to be on our feet, vibing to the beat. We'll see you at the Situation All White Party on the 24th of December at the Good Park, 8 p.m. sharp near Cramo. See you there. Now, jump onto the Google Play Store and download the Channel 1 News app where you get all the news relevant, factual, and accurate. And it's timely. All right? So jump onto the Google Play Store, download the Channel 1 News app, and join us in being part of the news. So that's where you get it. All right. But this morning, I'm going to take you through the newspapers and bring you the front pages, what headlines are being carried on the front pages of the various newspapers. I start off with the Daily Graphic newspaper, which front page says, Portal Lab unveiled for basic schools, STEM box to break barriers in science education. Portal Lab unveiled for basic schools, STEM box to break barriers in science education. Interior Minister orders probe into SP assassination claim. Interior Minister orders probe into SP assassination claim. Nkrumah returns. I like the sound of that. It's like we're at the theater or something. Nkrumah returns. Second coming rocks the African Festival, December 28 to 30. Nkrumah returns. Second coming rocks the African Festival, December 28 to 30. Mineral royalties surge across all subsectors. Mineral royalties surge across all subsectors. So that's the front page. Let me take you to the back page real quick. First Family supports retired pastors and widows. First Family supports retired pastors and widows. Police rescue kidnap victim. Police rescue kidnap victim. So that's the back page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. Now I'm going to go into the Ghanaian Times. Let's see what's happening on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. I am committed to building a better Ghana. President Mahama reflects on December 7, 2024 polls. I am committed to building better Ghana. President Mahama reflects on December 7, 2024 polls. Ghana, Burkina Faso resolve to strengthen bilateral cooperation. Ghana and Burkina Faso resolve to strengthen bilateral cooperation. Veep calls on African leaders to strengthen health systems. Veep calls on African leaders to strengthen health systems. Interior Minister orders probe into alleged assassination attempt on SP. Interior Minister orders probe into alleged assassination attempt on Special Prosecutor Kisi Ejabeng. Vacancy declared in Parliament following court-ordered Pandai rerun. Vacancy declared in Parliament following court-ordered Pandai rerun. Well, it's on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. When you go to the back page, a few more stories. Muslim scholars, imams urged to spread cancer awareness messages. Muslim scholars and imams urged to spread cancer awareness messages. And then you have Minister directs MMDAs to ensure traffic-free U-Tide. Minister directs MMDAs to ensure traffic-free U-Tide. So, yeah, that's the Ghanaian Times. All right, let's go to the Daily Guide. What's the Daily Guide saying? Give me power, I'll give you jobs. And that's Ken Ejapong. Akompreko Kennedy Ohene Ejapong. Presidential hopeful, flag bearer aspirant for the New Patriotic Party, NPP. Minority and TUC reject utility tariff hike. Minority and TUC reject utility tariff hike. Court dismisses Wuntumi's further documents request. Court dismisses Wuntumi's further documents request. 5 arrested for robbery. 5 arrested for robbery. The pictures are on the front page of the Daily Guide. Although their faces blurred, they appear quite young. Ministry probes SP assassination claims. Ministry probes SP assassination claims. So that's it for the Daily Guide. Off to the Chronicle. Myth accuses some former board members of orchestrating smear campaign. Myth, that's the Minerals Income Investment Fund, accuses some former board members of orchestrating smear campaign. Naimos's Galamsey fight suffers major setbacks, logistical constraints, interference by chiefs and politicians cited. Naimos's Galamsey fight suffers major setbacks, logistical constraints, interference by chiefs and politicians cited. This country, Ghana, I'm not sure we know what we want to. We don't know what we want. Osu Apostolic Church marks 75 years of faith and service. Osu Apostolic Church marks 75 years of faith and service. And I'll bring you the scripture for today. Isaiah 41:13. For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, do not fear, I will help you. Isaiah 41:13. For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, do not fear, I will help you. May the Lord add his blessings to the reading of his word. When you go on the back page, though, you get a number of sports stories on the back page of the Chronicle newspaper. Now, I'm taking you to Daybreak. Daybreak says, Finance Minister tax MDAs to reduce audit infractions. Finance Minister tax ministries, departments and agencies to reduce audit infractions. Parliament notifies EC over vacant Pandai seat following court rerun order. NSS soldiers in limbo as GAF opens 2025-2026 recruitment. Yeah, what happened to that? We're told that some national service personnel will be undergoing some military training, if you like. Anyways, there's a question the Daybreak is asking if that module or that program is in limbo. Chiefs, influential figures hampering anti-Galamsey efforts. This is according to the NIMOS, the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat. Smear campaign against MEF and CEO exposed. So that's the Daybreak newspaper. Let's go to the Insight. The Insight. Russia's stance for freedom of nations. Russia's stance for freedom of nations. Kufuor blames NPP's 2024 defeat on DDEP, National Cathedral, PDS. But General Secretary cites member neglect, breakdown in communication strategy. Kufuor blames NPP's 2024 defeat on DDEP, National Cathedral, PDS, but General Secretary cites neglect or member neglect and breakdown in communication strategy. Give me power and I'll give you jobs. Kennedy Agyapong tells NPP delegates. Give me power and I'll give you jobs. Kennedy Agyapong tells NPP delegates. Amenfi Central marks Farmers' Day with renewed government commitment to roads, electrification, and agricultural support. Why ethical leadership matters. Insights from Dr. Ernest Ofori-Sapong. And then you have Gan West marks Farmers' Day at Manchi, honors outstanding agric workers. So that's the Insight newspaper. The New Republic says ghost contractor vanishes with $29 million. Wow. Ghost contractor vanishes with $29 million. Government scrambles to recover loot as Tamale Wale Road lies in ruins. Agbuja reviews. Ex-NAFCO boss fights Iyoko over frozen fortunes. Sahel jihadist target Ghana's gold mines. Porous border, illicit cash flow, raise alarm. Baumia's Zongo disconnect deepens post-election autopsy. NIMOS escalates anti-Galamsey offensive as foreign links emerge. NIMOS escalates anti-Galamsey offensive as foreign links emerge. So that's the New Republic. Now I'm going to take you online and bring you some stories from our web portals. Let's go to channel1newsonline.com. channel1newsonline.com. Come on. Okay, what do we have here? Professor Prempeh, constitutional solution needed to resolve OSP controversies. So he was on the Point of View last night with Ace Ankuma, and it was quite interesting watching the two men. But Ace is here. Ace says, let OSP grow. White collar crime needs scale. Let OSP grow. White collar crime needs scale. Ace Ankuma again says, pass legislation to regulate bail conditions. Ace Ankuma to Parliament. Pass legislation to regulate bail conditions. The Member of Parliament for Efia spoke on the Channel 1 newsroom last night, and he says, Bandai vacant seat declaration legal but unjust. Bandai vacant seat declaration legal but unjust. Right. STC Deputy MD's property sale claims hallucinatory. That's according to Nana Komia, the former boss of the State Transport Company, STC. He says the Deputy MD's property sale claims are hallucinatory. Interesting. Tariff hikes necessary to sustain utilities. That's according to the Energy Ministry. Tariff hikes necessary to sustain utilities. Peace Council, Christian Council, and others invited to presentation of Bawku mediation report. Peace Council and the Christian Council and others invited to presentation of Bawku mediation report. UG sets up committee to probe 6 unaccredited learning centers. University of Ghana sets up committee to probe 6 unaccredited learning centers. Parliament declares Bandai seat vacant following court order. Suspend tariff hikes now. Organized labor to government. And then WAEC releases provisional results for 2025 business certificate exams. WAEC releases provisional results for 2025 business certificate exams. GEA terminates contracts of over 200 base box coordinators. Stop tariff hikes. Address revenue losses. Minority tells government. Stop tariff hikes. Address revenue losses. Minority tells government. Review AG's office. Effectiveness low. Ace Ankuma to government. Right. Let's take you to citynewsroom.com. Citynewsroom.com. OSP will disappear without constitutional reform. This according to Professor H. Kwesi Prempeh, Henry Kwesi Prempeh, Executive Director of the Center for Democratic Development, Ghana, CDD. Ghana is a talk show. That's according to economist Professor Buckman. Ghana is a talk show. Nana Komia says, I didn't sell a single foot of STC land. I didn't sell a single foot of STC land. Ace Ankuma says OSP must merge with DDP and Yoko to ensure independence. Again, he says, Parliament has great aversion to independent institutions. Tariff hikes disrespectful and unjustified. That's the TUC. Bawumia will outperform his 2023 NPP primaries showing. That's according to Nana Komia. Imani files RTI request seeking full disclosure on SIM registration plan. Mahama to receive Bawku mediation report on December 11. And I am under pressure to secure jobs for grassroots. Ashanti Regional NDC Chairman. When it is coming, it is doing. You go feel I'm under pressure to secure jobs for grassroots. NDC's Ashanti Regional Chairman, speaking there. So go online, go to citynewsroom.com as well as channel1newsonline.com, and you get the details there. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 Television. Stay with us. We'll be right back with the news review segment.
She is a very special young lady. She's done so many great and impactful things already, and I believe that she's a huge inspiration to many people around the world. Dr. Khadija Owusu onto the set. She's a medical doctor. She's the founder of the Kaya Foundation, and she recently spoke at the UN. Hello.
Hi.
So we're making boiled cocoa,
Yes, we
boiled
are.
ripe plantain with egg stew. And I find it very simple ingredients. This is the doctor in you. And as you can see, she's in great shape. So clearly. Do you mind my asking, on international television, how old you are?
Actually, can you guess?
The main character.
It's true.
Spotlight on them.
It's what people used to identify Ghanaians.
Egg stew.
The egg jokes in the
Oh,
UK.
the egg, I know a lot. No, but you see, anyway, we'll talk about that when we come back. Because how is your
New
first
York,
time in
my
New York?
first
Oh,
hunger.
I'm going to speak at the UN.
I've been to the US before, but it was my first New York experience. I loved it so much. It was a crazy week, but
Yeah.
I felt like I was in a movie, like Times Square and all the lights. I was like, yeah.
What's Cooking is brought to you by Genie Mayonnaise, Kivo Spices, and Lily Rice.
In a nation full of questions, where truth often hides behind noise, one show dares to ask what truly matters face to face. With fearless clarity and a quest for accountability, host Umaru Sanda Amadou sits down with the movers and shakers of politics, governance, society, and business, confronting the issues that define our national conversation.
Yes, I am Umaru Sanda Amadou. This is Face to Face, and you're welcome.
I say very often on the floor of Parliament that when we were in government, we got some things right, we got some things wrong.
Are you still planning to go to Parliament, or you want to look at National Party office position?
No, I'll be going back to Parliament. There's an unfinished business which I need to do.
Sports has three legs: development, management, and promotion.
Disintegration is extreme. We do not wish that even on your worst enemy.
Every Tuesday at 9 p.m., join Umaru Sanda Amadou on Face to Face as he digs deeper, challenges power, and reveals the stories shaping Ghana's future. Only on Channel 1 TV.
In a world filled with challenges, we all need guidance, hope, and a lifeline to anchor us.
This is Lifeline, and I'm your host, Fred Crunchy Mensa.
From social issues, relationship challenges, and family matters, Lifeline is here to inspire, uplift, and guide you on your journey.
Where we give you support, where we hold your hand through the valley and through the thick and thins of life.
Join Bishop Fred Crunchy Mensa.
I welcome you especially to Lifeline.
Every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. right here on Channel 1 TV. Let's walk this path together, strengthen our faith, our families, and our lives. Lifeline, because every soul deserves a guiding light. Tune in to Lifeline on Channel 1 TV and let's grow together.
Hello there. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel One Television. I am Nanatufo Boateng. It's time for the news review segment where we get the right guests, we ask them relevant questions, and we bring varying perspectives to some of the issues that you've been drooling about, some of the issues that you've been thinking about. This morning we're going to have a conversation on them. We invite you to join us because the show is interactive. Send us your thoughts, your comments, and contributions. The WhatsApp number is on your screens, but alternatively, you can go on Facebook, we're streaming live. Go on YouTube, we're streaming live there as well. Send us your tweets on X, and of course, you can comment on our post on Instagram. But all the same, you can enjoy some video content from Channel One TV on TikTok. Thank you so much. Let me say good morning to Lamtig Apanga, Deputy CEO of the Gaming Commission.
Good morning, my brother. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you, man.
And then the Honorable Dr. Dixon Adumaku Kisi, former Member of Parliament for the good people of Anyasoto, is here. Doc, good morning.
And the bad people.
Good people and bad people.
In fact, all the people.
All the people.
All the people.
Yes.
Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
We're going to go straight into it. We'll start from Parliament. Yesterday, the clerk officially or formally notified the Electoral Commission of the vacancy of the Pandai seat owing to a court-ordered rerun of the constituency. We know that a week or two ago, the High Court in Tamale ordered a rerun of the constituency after the NDC's candidate went through with his petition, and the court upheld same and ordered a rerun of that constituency. Subsequently, a number of things have happened. Yesterday, we even heard chiefs from Pandai say that they are a bit worried about the rerun. Some chiefs say that they are a bit concerned about the rerun order. The fear is that it could spark some, violence in the area. So, let me start from you, Counsel.
Yes, sir.
It is legal, the declaration of this vacancy, because the court has ordered a rerun of the constituency.
Yes.
But the concerns I have heard, especially from the minority side, is that although legal, it is unjust. Your thoughts?
Thank you very much, and good morning to your listeners. Before I come to the subject matter, permit me just a minute to say, express my condolence to the family of Daniel, our deputy youth organizer, who died in Nabdam over the weekend. Unfortunately, he died from the road accident, and he had to be buried on Sunday. My condolence to the family and to the entire Nabdam community. Down to the issue. What is unjust?
We've had issues with even the order by the High Court and all that.
A decision of the court is a legal decision, it's a lawful decision, unless it's been overturned or set aside. Once the court has decided, our personal views of whether the thing is unjust or unfair or whatever it is remains personal opinion, and it's not binding on anyone. The minority calling it as an unjust decision would not overturn the decision, will not change the decision. It's a decision of the court, we must all abide by it. We've lived in this country where the courts have made decisions that we find them a bit unacceptable or unpleasant. But we are compelled to live by it. If you are, unfortunately, if you are dissatisfied with the decision of the court, you have the option to go back to the Court of Appeal or seek further remedies, lawful remedies. But describing this as just or unjust, fair or unfair, will not change the decision. The decision remains binding on all of us, and then we have to learn to comply with it. I mean, we had decisions that were made in the past regarding the Asin North MP, Achikwesin. They were unpleasant decisions. The people of his constituency were denying representation in Parliament due to the injunction from the Supreme Court and all that. And we have to abide by it. Anyone ever say that it's unjust, and for that reason he should go to Parliament at all costs? No. And so for me, I think that just as we are all supposed to be law-abiding, and knowing very well that the minority leader himself is senior counsel at the bar and who knows what is right, it is only fair and good that we should all abide by the decision of the court and allow the system the court to take its course, so that in the course of time, if there is a will of the people to maintain the former MP, I'll call him former MP because the court have declared his position vacant, so be it. If they say no, it is the NDC candidate who I am quite sure that would win the day. Is one should maintain the seat or should take over the seat, so be it. Let the court, let the law take its course.
What's your position on the stay of execution and notices of appeal? Because the Pandai, the former MP, Martin Windam, has filed same. And until a ruling or a decision is taken on it, should he have been allowed to represent the people?
Well, so there's been two schools of thought. I mean, there's a school of thought that once the motion paper, then this is from a lawful position, not a political position. Once the motion paper has been served on the parties, seeking an injunction, a restraining order, or a stay of execution in this particular case, the service of it alone, the filing of that process alone, should operate to stay. But we've had courts in the past where indeed that is not the position. I just have said, until the court decides, the previous decision or the pending decision of the court abides. So that if it is the case that the court have declared those seats as vacant and that there's a need for a rerun, the state will not operate to restrain them. I mean, we've had the case of Roxanne Dafeamokpo, where the court held that no, the fact that it's mere filing of the process and service of it is not sufficient. What is even for me striking is that I have seen the copy of the motion for stay of execution. The copy of the motion I have seen that has been filed does not have a return date, which is a bit curious because at the High Court, when you file, the registrar will give you a date, and it's a practice, it's a matter of practice that you are not giving more than 2 weeks to return and then move the motion when other parties are served. But what I have seen, a date is not given, which leaves it very blanket. So when then the parties going back to deal with the motion and then procedure decision is taken. I'm also, of course, not know of the motion that has been filed at the Supreme Court challenging the jurisdiction of the court in the decision that led to the rerun. And so all these matters will come to play. But as far as we are concerned, what we know for sure is that Parliament has written to the EC, and then EC will be compelled to act. Let's see what steps Martin and his team will also do to prevent the process.
Very well. Let's say good morning to Larry Dogbe. He's the editor of the Herald newspaper.
Good morning, Kuko.
Welcome. Not in chief.
Yeah.
All right, Doc, let me come to you on Pandai.
Yeah, so let me also take the opportunity and say good morning to my constituents. I've been queried for not mentioning them, so let me do that. Now, I was thinking that council would hopefully with
I had a feeling that question was going to follow.
Hopefully, as the days go by, we'll take a decision. I thought council was going to question something ridiculous that has happened.
Which is?
Which is, in principle, it's the Electoral Commission that informs Parliament, not the reverse. Chachukwuesin, it was EC that informed Parliament. The court talks to EC, EC talks to Parliament, and then Parliament, the Speaker, takes a decision. Unless the Speaker wants to tell me that he now manages seats not based on the Electoral Commission, but based on the courts.
Is the court order binding on the Speaker?
But are we saying that the court has served Parliament?
The clerk notified EC that it had been served by the court.
Let me clarify.
Okay. So, Council, if I may.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm curious because it is quite new to me. Is it that the EC is incapacitated and that they were not served? I'm very curious. And even then, the line of communication, because please, let's be very clear about one thing. It is quite new to me that is Parliament that rather informs the Electoral Commission. I mean, that is not the dictates of the Constitution, as I'm aware of. I thought that what is known to me is that the Electoral Commission is notified by the court, and then they proceed with the information to Parliament, the Speaker doesn't answer to the entire world or even court orders, per my understanding. When it comes to, seats and things related, the key person to inform the Speaker, after all, when we swear in the members of Parliament, it is verified names from the Electoral Commission, not from the court. I mean, that's been my awareness. So this is new to me.
Can I read the clerk's letter to the EC?
We don't mislead the public.
Right.
You understand? Let me just clarify. See, the Constitution
Let
makes
me be.
naturally. Emphatically. Or Hanima clarify. Naturally. Dr. Jibo, lawyer Jibo.
That's why
And you see, his problem is resolved and is settled by the Constitution.
Okay, let me hear.
Article 1125 of the Constitution clearly states that whenever a vacancy occurs in Parliament, the Clerk of Parliament shall notify the Electoral Commission in writing within 7 days after becoming aware that the vacancy had occurred.
Due to death.
Please. And a by-election shall be held within 30 days after the vacancy occurred, except that where the vacancy occurred through the death of a member of Parliament, the by-election shall be held within 60 days after the occurrence of the vacancy. If you look at the structure of operation, it is Parliament that is notified that there's a vacancy, either by, take your time, by way of death, where the information about the death of the MP comes to the Speaker, or where there's a court action, the court order or the court decision is served on Parliament.
Not on the EC?
No, bear in mind that it is Parliament that declares the seats as vacant, and the Constitution makes it very clear that it shall write to the EC.
But who declares a candidate MP elect?
It is EC.
The EC.
Yes, EC.
So if there's an order, why is it not going to the EC but to the Speaker?
It's the institution of Parliament that holds all the MPs together.
Right.
And if you observe carefully, even in this particular case we are talking, Parliament is a party to the case. The Clerk of Parliament is a party to the case.
Right.
It's one of the parties to the case. I think it's the third respondent in the matter. And so Parliament has been notified by the court decision. The Constitution says that Parliament shall notify the EC within 7 days. And if you read the communication to EC, the letter to EC, it is clear. In fact, they quoted the exact provision I have read to you, that Parliament shall notify the EC in writing within 7 days.
Yeah. The letter says, it's on the Parliamentary Service letterhead. It's addressed to the Chairperson, Electoral Commission. There's the box number. It says, attention, Mrs. Jean Adukwe Mensah. Dear Madam Chairperson, occurrence of vacancy in the membership of Parliament. In the exercise of the power conferred and the duty imposed on the Clerk to Parliament by Article 112(15), as amended of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, as amended, I, Ebenezer Ahuma Jetro, the Clerk to Parliament, do hereby formally notify you of the occurrence of a vacancy in the membership of Parliament occasioned by the order of the High Court Tamale for a rerun of the Pandai parliamentary elections given on the 24th day of November 2025. This notification is pursuant to the service of a court order on the Clerk to Parliament as the fourth respondent in the suit numbered, and it goes ahead to give you the suit number and all. And it says, accordingly, notice is hereby given. Yours faithfully.
Back to my point.
You still have a point.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I've read the constitutional provision to you.
My key thing here, my key thing here is that I've always, and let me state that this is not the first time that Parliament has been part of the cases that are sent to court. I've always known that mostly through death, Parliament informs EC. That has been what I have known. And then in other cases, if we could play back the Speaker of Parliament during Chachukwuesin's time, he made mention, and unless I didn't hear him well, that he was waiting to be served or informed by the EC. So it begs the question here that are we saying that, first of all, EC didn't get the notice, true, and then EC has not spoken to Parliament at all?
Council was EC party to the suit?
I'm quite curious.
Check,
No,
but
EC will, I mean, that's
EC is the second respondent.
Yes.
So clearly the EC has been notified by the court.
So it begs the question. I am curious to know, has EC
been served?
And if EC has been served, have they also, it presupposes that there's some lapse in the communication between Parliament and the Electoral Commission. Because I'm wondering why we've both been served, and then it takes Parliament to inform EC that, hey, we have a vacant seat. Be it as it may, looking at the timelines, there's also that key question. The candidate per se, or the, now I don't know if MP in transition, let me put it that way. The MP in transition,
not former MP,
who is MP in transition,
has put in word for a stay of execution. What has happened to that? Has there been a decision taken?
No.
And as far as we know, many a times when somebody puts in a stay of execution, if the court has been served, then it puts a hold until the court determines that they are throwing out the stay of execution or not. What has happened? Counsel, what really has happened? Is it that the court, the clerk to the court, hasn't received that stay of execution? And if that is the case, that is another very interesting thing. Listen, let's be law-abiding in toto, not selective sort of legal.
Yes, but
wrangling.
to be law-abiding also is to be properly informed.
That's what I'm asking.
Yes, to be law-abiding, properly informed, where if you file a motion, you must ensure service to all the parties.
Right.
As we sit here, I don't know whether the clerk of Parliament has been served with that motion. I don't know whether EC has been served with that motion. I'm not a bailiff of the court. I don't work with the
None
court.
of us are.
I don't know for a fact. But it is for the party who has an interest to ensure that there's service of that motion. There's a return date to that motion. If you serve a motion that is blank in terms of the return date, when is the motion going to be heard for a decision to be taken? Should it be in perpetuity that we continue to wait? And as I've said, it's administrative. That when you file a motion at the High Court, and it's a directive from the CJ's office, not the current CJ, it's been there for long, that you don't get a date more than 2 weeks at the High Court. So it's only at the Supreme Court, at the Court of Appeal, that when you file motions, because it usually goes up to the CJ for a decision should be taken, you file it with a blank date, and then you come back for a date
So
later.
I think for transparency and for fairness, what is very important is that, one, the electoral commissioners, PROs, or whoever are there, the public needs to know, have they received an official document from the court? 2, when are they communicating to the Parliament? In this case, is it that Parliament was so excited to tell them that the seat is vacant? What really is happening? Because it begs that question. And now that I know that Parliament in of itself can vacate a seat,
Let's not mislead the public.
Based on a
Parliament
court
did not vacate a seat.
Based on a court
You see,
order.
we are all subject. Every institution in Ghana
order.
and persons in Ghana are subject to the law. When the court makes a decision, even Parliament, including the President, is required to obey the decision of the court,
So it's
unless
the
it's set
High
aside.
Court order
So it's
that
the court
invalidated
exactly
the seat.
Yeah.
So based on the court's order, which I thought was being held at bay because of the request by the person who was petitioned or who has been served, let me put it that way, to have a stay of execution, and that I'm very curious now, as he also is, since we all don't know if the court has been served with the stay of execution.
The court will not be served.
The
The EC will be served. EC and Parliament.
The EC and Parliament, yes. And if that's the case, why this rush Why this excitement to vacate?
But has the speaker not been magnanimous? Because you recall that somewhere November 26, 27, the issue of Matthew Yindam, whether he should be allowed into the House to even participate in processes of the House, came up. The speaker gave a ruling. And
until he heard from the court.
Because he actually allowed the 7-day mandatory appealable period to expire.
7 days they endorse.
It's a rule of court that when a court judgment or decision is made, actually High Court that you allow 7 days. It's a 7 days automatic stay of the decision. After the 7th day, you are compelled to obey.
So we are now to wait and also hear from the court whether they got that motion or not. I'm very curious.
The Electoral Commission, you mean?
Well, the stay of execution, yes, whether they got it. And EC cannot go numb on us. This is timely, and this is, we're talking about 30 days as of yesterday, or as of when?
No, the 30 days, it hasn't expired yet.
30 days is the day the judgment was made on 24th of November.
That is crazy.
So 30 days
There's nothing crazy about it. There's a court decision.
No, you don't describe it as crazy. It is crazy for me.
It's not crazy. It's a court decision.
December.
You may be in contempt of court.
And one key thing that I think we need to look at here is that this is a tough decision for the people of... Is it Nandam or Pandai? The MP's name
I come from Nabdam.
The MP's name is Yindam.
Matthew.
Okay. He's not the MP. He's a former MP.
Right.
Yes.
You're so...
No, it's a court decision. The court has declared him as a former MP. He's not an MP.
That means that this literally means that Parliament will just sever off any benefits that this man ought to be receiving. And
if you are stuck from work, how do you expect to be paid?
Can you see the humanitarian?
Can you imagine?
Larry, speak to me on Pandai.
In fact, this is a terrible situation. Very terrible. I mean, listen.
Have my condolence.
Charlie, this is terrible.
I share your pain.
This is terrible. And in fact, we don't even know if my party. I'm even more troubled by my party's stand.
You don't want that. What happened in
Ablekuma North should not repeat.
Party position here.
It is either both party and candidate,
same page.
Absolve themselves of being part of this. But then again, Yera Kufuor is concerned about us not going to Tamale Central. So really, I don't envy Justin Kodia today. To juggle and find a way through this thick forest that the umbrella has created, for
the elephant.
It's quite unfortunate. I mean, this is a very...
Judge Kwesi, was it a creation of the elephant?
Judge Kwesi. Yeah. It was a matter of Canadian delay.
Was it a creation of the
Doc, thank you. Larry, let's talk about Pandai. I see where Doc is going and what he's trying to do.
I could see his humanitarian argument.
He's more human than a politician today.
Just Christmas. Christmas is where you have to deliver.
Earlier he has started on procedure, which was
now he's coming on humanitarian grounds.
Charlie,
I did.
No, it's a very unfortunate thing. Very unfortunate.
But for my argument will be centered more on the EC, okay, and the people it recruits to manage these processes. You get me?
Yeah.
The EC and the people that are recruited to manage these processes. How did we get here? Has the EC come out to tell us that, listen, this is the report on the 2024 election. Here, this is what happened. Here, this is how we conducted ourselves. Here, this is where an officer let us down. You get it? A failure to do that would always saddle us with this particular situation.
Yeah.
Then the humanitarian thing will kick in. Then procedural issues will kick in. You get it. Then the legal, you know, the is it legalese or
legalities?
Legalities were also kicking. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, from the judge's position, what did he say? He says that he not. I mean, even though Wakpa gave Wakpa, okay, we used to call him Wakpa. You know, Senior Wakpa. You know, had issues with 41 constituencies. Polling stations. He noticed that even those ones that he didn't contest had issues.
Yeah.
Mathematical inaccuracies. And then I think from I'm reading from your website.
Right.
Where it says that some of the...
This is the ruling.
Yeah, this is the ruling.
The ruling of the judge.
Yes, and it's a new... I'm trying to... There's that some of the copies were marred by... what is that? Interpolations, dipping ink, cancellations, and then handwritten irregularities that rendered the records unreliable. Okay? And that at a point in time, they even had to go to Tamale to go and do when violence occurred. They went to Tamale to go and continue the coalition. Now that Wakpa was not informed about this particular thing, who took the decision to go to Tamale?
Yeah.
How come the parties involved, all the parties were not
a major stakeholder?
Exactly. So we are making argument based on emotion. However, if there are technical issues that has to be addressed, we need to face them. Because this is not the first time that we are dealing with such an issue.
Yeah.
Georgiamu occurred. It's like we took it for granted. Then in 2020, was it 2004, the election? I remember Clensowu, Portufe, and then I think Rojo Metanunu took the election to court as well. I think that was the first major.
I think 2004.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, we dealt with that one as well. Then came, you know, Akufo-Addo's election petition, and then President Mahamad's election petition, and in between that, other constituencies have had issues and so on. Are we saying that we have not learned anything from some of these things? If for nothing at all, this particular Pandai one gives us a very, critical point to think about the people we recruit for such, elections. The officers that EC recruits. That how come, inks were dipping. Yeah. In one instance, they said that the numbers, the figures that were written didn't tally with the number. Yeah, that was written over there. Yet a result was declared.
It says the scale and nature of the irregularities uncovered in the pink sheets made it impossible to isolate the problem to just the contested polling stations.
Thank you. So, I mean, the emotional argument we are making, all the political claims that we are throwing around, does it, fit into this? Does it meet this particular judgment that the court is talking about? So we can accuse the judge of anything, but he's holding a document or he's made analysis of what was put before him. And he says, listen, this is what I discovered. And that even though 41 had issues, was disputed, when I look at all the generality of the results, there are issues with it. So let's rerun the thing. He didn't say that, hey, let's give it to Wakpa.
No.
So it's like that Solomon kind of situation.
With a baby.
With a baby. With a baby. Where?
Now you're adding biblical.
Humanitarian, emotional,
You get it?
Yeah.
So one said, listen, cut the baby into two. The other one said, no, you just give the baby out to the person who said we should cut it into two. You get it? I mean, through that is a judge who says, listen, let's rerun this particular thing again. So that if, what's his name? Is it Nyindam? Nyindam won the election, it will show.
But he's very confident that even if he goes again, he wins.
Listen,
So
I'm a very realistic man when it comes to elections after presidency is determined.
Yeah.
And you know, I always say that the ruling party has leverage,
Right.
and can overturn the win. Even as we sit here, you know, people, it's become common that the ruling party likes to do business with their members of parliament. It's unfortunate that that is the case in this country.
But
it shouldn't have been the case.
Is it not that the government is working, so then there's an appetite to have an MP whose party is in power?
No, but we can't even fall for, we can't even fall for that because
this is the reality.
Akufo-Addo was working. Yeah?
No, I mean, Chachukwuesin's thing. Listen, let's be a bit realistic here. The nuances of Chachukwuesin quite different, and let me also admit, the goodwill was exhausted. When it came to Chachukwuesin, that was the second term. That was the second term of the performance. The performance of that Ghanaians had.
The performance of Nana Akufo-Addo did not make it possible.
Had been
performance.
You understand? So
you don't want to repeat the words. Poor performance.
A measure of his performance in government.
So it's different. But this one, the goodwill is there. It's been just a year. You understand? And frankly speaking, goodwill that people have for John Dramani Mahama, whether I like it or not, still exists. The
Goodwill
wind,
and performance.
The wind is still blowing. Okay, you can add the performance bit.
Thank you.
I won't take
Very
that
well,
from
very
you.
well. Let's not take Larry's time.
So you know, the MP can be bold and very expectant of a win, but
You don't see it that way.
No, I just want to be a bit realistic.
Cautiously cautious.
Charlie, times
Cautionary optimism.
as you know, and then mind you, NDC in power will resource work power quite well, you know, and these
Like he
times,
would have.
something like that, and these times the electorate, whether we like it or not, get influenced once in a while by, you know, the machetes that are shared. And you know, matchbox.
Very well.
Sorry.
One of the things that the judge said, Justice Brew said, that the pink sheets recording raised substantial questions as to what has happened. He went on that the court could not quite wash the inconsistencies or assume the remaining unexamined stations were free of
similar problems.
Whitewashing. Whitewashing. Yes, whitewashing irregularities. So the minority, with all the lawyers they have, are they looking at this?
Are they minded to even push for reforms?
Do you understand? Exactly. But this thing where, I mean, we don't get to hear officials of EC speaking to some of this. There's something that the EC should even talk about. Answer questions. Listen, tell us which
of the petitions against them.
Petitions are against individuals, not the institution.
You know, so they should be speaking to some of these things. You can't be giving so much money. You give us so much assurances, press conferences upon press conferences, and when such things happen, you are nowhere to be found. Earlier, we had issues with, you know, the presidential election. Where arithmetically you were wrong. Again, the arithmetic, you know,
same.
Yeah, it's here again. So EC boss couldn't give us numbers or couldn't justify her numbers. The number one in the morning, number one mid morning, another, you know, afternoon, then midday another one happens. And then it goes on even deep into the night. The discrepancies. If the EC boss then couldn't justify, do we expect a junior officer
at the district level,
or wherever it is to speak to it? But the very moment the EC boss is speaking to it, you have no, you know, no excuse at all not to speak to it. Okay? We should see the officers who are employed. Maybe you will know him and you could say that this guy, I sat in classroom with him. He was not good at arithmetically.
then.
He got better with time.
He got better with time. Is it?
It used to affect other people. Let's be careful.
It will.
Yes, affect some people adversely.
No, but
if you look at their performance in class as the basis, we have had some in the past.
Yeah.
Some University of Ghana students who had passed, who ended up becoming president of Ghana. We saw the outcome of it.
You are saying third class.
Third class,
let me wrap up. We should begin to have people owning up to some of these things. Because since 1992, we've been at this thing.
Yeah.
And we are supposed to improve over time by Dixon's position.
Yeah.
But if every now and then we get back into the abyss, then we are in trouble. People are paid for the work they do. Indeed, they even go on demonstrations for non-payment.
This is a classic headspace role.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So it is neither. I mean, it's not an NDC problem or MPP problem. It is our problem.
Yeah, and we need to deal with it.
We need to deal with it and deal with it head on. Not this thing where it's NDC that is engineering it, or it's MPP that is engineering it.
Well, maybe if we were privy to the lawyers of EC during the court proceedings, maybe we'll hear their side of the story.
No, that is not.
No, I'm just.
The judges' position.
I take the judges, but what I'm saying is that once the EC was party to this, I'm hoping and expecting that during the proceedings,
to some of the issues raised.
The EC's lawyers.
But before you'll be surprised that this is not an isolated case. I mean, the other ones, we are not hearing of them because there's no contest over them, or nobody has decided to go to court with it.
Yeah.
You get it?
So, like the Obuasi case.
But don't forget that there are some pending petitions.
Petitions.
Okay.
Yeah. There were about 7 petitions at the time. And the fact that the media is not following the proceedings.
And for me, so I can ask.
So for me, I think that, listen, the EC needs to be speaking to some of these issues.
Right.
And the media also, including me, we should also be following up this thing, because that it happens, an event happens, and then we report on it.
It dies out.
And then, that's it. We don't follow it up, to this point.
I agree.
Okay? How many people have we gotten copies of the judgment that we are reading from, and then we are quoting from, and then we are learning from it? It is not enough that EC demands huge sums of money. It's given to them. They go out there to employ people. They have officials who have been employed for years.
And haven't been paid too.
Well, you get it. And then at the end of the day, they give us this, particular thing, which is for their mandate. Okay? And they leave questions. And we have to go back, use additional money to rerun this whole thing again. Time and resources. Time and resources.
Yeah.
I mean, time on the EC's part, time on the contestants' part, then the electorate as well.
True.
Can't we improve? Are we not learning? 1992, and all of this is what we are, dealing with. Gee.
Very well, thank you, Larry. Council, I just need a quick, if you like, clarification or education on a matter that is bothering me. Can the court concern itself beyond the relief sought by the applicant with consequences for such matters? Just coming from Larry's submission on the EC.
Usually it's quite difficult. I mean, the court will not veer off into matters that are outside its remit.
Right.
And every court operates within a jurisdiction. So the court has its jurisdiction. In a few times, the court in an obiter may make some pronouncement that it calls for reforms or calls for some review or some process. And we saw it in the election petition, the first election petition, where the Supreme Court itself made recommendations for reforms at the EC and to reform the processes for the elections and the pink sheet and all that we do. And so the court may Now that the decision has been made, if it is the case and actually has been established as the case as a fault of the EC's officers' conduct, then a petition can be filed.
Right.
To
Or
the
a suit.
Yes,
By
of
a
a sort,
citizen.
where there will be an inquiry into it, and of course, because if you can
Well,
come,
this is
if you appear before court in a civil matter as a witness, you are testifying in respect of the matter before the court.
Yeah.
If it's a matter of personal charges of wrongdoings, you answer different questions. So the court may not be able to veer into such a area.
Right. A few messages here. This one says the violence and disruptions witnessed in Pandai and other constituencies, including my own in Swam Adwajiri during the collation period, were attempts to influence the outcome by destroying electoral documents and handicapping EC officials. The NPP should strongly contest this decision, and with solid evidence, they believe they will emerge victorious. Well, if you have the evidence, why not?
Is someone still in court?
I'm not too sure.
Okay, yeah. Alhaji Hamza from Pig Farm says, good morning, my brother. I will use this opportunity to advise Honorable Nyindam to do away from everybody and move to the grounds. In this case, the court has ruled and we are all bound by it, and until some new ruling comes from the Court of Appeal. And I hope you remember what happened to the late Honorable Ernest Kumi. Afenyo Markins and the minority gave him wrong advice, which he followed and finally landed in trouble. I'll advise him not to listen to Afenyo Markins this time around. He should move to the grounds and start his campaign for the rerun. Good morning. We, the citizens, are watching and awaiting the government's plan to secure funding for the Pandai election. The Electoral Commission EC has announced elections for deceased unit committee members in various districts. However, the government has not acknowledged these elections. The EC has issued a statement to suspend the process, raising concerns about the instability of Ghana's democracy. Hey, Honorable Anas. Okay. Thank you. Those are your thoughts. Let's move to the matter of the utility tariffs. An announcement has been made. I think some 9% for electricity and about 15% for water, effective January 2026. There's been, if you like, an avalanche of opposition against this announcement. The TUC is at it, FABAG is at it, the Federation of Labour,
Minority.
GUTA Minority. Should consumers continue to bear the brunt of the inefficiencies of the utilities?
After paying 1 Ghana cedis.
Well, then let me come to you then.
Yes, give it to me.
Well, let me admit that anytime you are increasing prices, consumers are wary. And admittedly, listen, this party that is governing Ghana now promised Ghanaians of affordability. And here's a case that we woke up one day and were bagged by a 1 Ghana that was supposed to help improve on efficiency within the energy delivery sector. So this whole thing of this increment begs the question. There's an additional burden on the Ghanaian people, considering the fact that 6 months ago you told us that you're bringing something that will be paying at the pump to offset the challenges in the energy sector. So what has changed? Are we going to be lied to every time? This will wane the goodwill that the party has. They should be aware of this. And then I also think that, as the minority said, improve on the efficiencies, the losses that are in the system. The containers that suddenly reappeared. Those are some of the losses we're talking about. And when you do that, then the increment might not be 9%. It might be maybe around 3%. So right now, invariably, what we are being told as Ghanaians is that, one, we've been taxed to pay the 1 Ghana on fuel to offset challenges at the, at the electricity corporation and within the energy sector. And now, why go 9% on us? Could we bargain for 3 or 4 or 5? Why 9%? Especially when we are paying already. Now, one thing is becoming very clear to me, and Ghanaians should look at this. This government promised reduction and removal of some taxes, some tax handles, only to come back with different names to hoodwink us and to let us pay even more. You took away the e-levy, which was a percentage far less than the 1 Ghana per pump. And let me add this interesting thing. What they do is that something that you take away for a certain sector of the people, they come backdoor with a bigger one and for a wider net. And that is quite ingenious. And I really think that this tariff, without also incrementing salaries, because this whole thing, I mean, this reduces people's income. If your conditions of service has not been improved, and they are doing this to you, they are reduced. No, I mean improved. There's increment and there's improvement. The salary increment is not 9%.
Improve the increment.
Yeah.
The salary increment, if it was 10%, and you are coming at me for 9%, I mean, you know, but here's the case that the salary increments are nothing to write home about, and then you are coming to charge me 9%. And let me say this, NDC told us that they are coming to make life more bearable, more affordable, and I'm holding them by their words. What really has changed?
We are doing
you understand? I didn't believe them. I didn't believe them. But the masses did. And once the masses have given them the mandate, I have a position to demand from them what they promised.
You are with the masses.
I have to. You understand? So I think you know, the truth. And, you know, I like to speak truth to power. I'm disappointed. I feel scandalized that I thought that my light bill would be less, my water bill will be less. And mind you, even the water we're drinking is heavily now contaminated by Gold Board.
But why Gold Board?
Come on. Come on.
What does Gold Board do with water?
I think I've stated here, in my thinking,
you are liable for defamation.
Listen. In my thinking, once Gold Board cannot trace where they are getting their gold, all the water damages, and I have said here that this water bill that he wants to increase, it should be Gold Board taking up that bill. I've said it here, and I'm coming back to that same thinking that the damages at Ghana Water Company, for which reason they need more money to provide us with safe drinking water. The gold guys, look at the profits they are quoting. Yesterday, I thought I saw Sammy JV somewhere. Huge profits. Why is Ghana government burdening we, the ordinary citizens, with these tariffs? When you claim that the number one contributor to our damaged waters in this country is mining. Whether it's half of what they are getting or whatever fraction.
Talking about illegal mining, not just mining.
The activity is mining. And as we sit here,
hey, my guy.
Gaming Authority knows that they cannot tell us.
Gaming Commission.
Gaming Commission cannot tell us in truthfulness how much of the gold that Sami JV has taken is from legal or illegal mining. He can't. He cannot trace it.
Is that a question for Gaming
They
Commission?
cannot trace it. No, I mean, but you are here to talk for him. So my key point here is that, listen, Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama, put that tariff on Gold Board and not the citizens. Put it on let the profits that Gold Board has received, please, go and use some of that to offset the burden on the Ghanaian people. We are suffering. We are suffering. So as it stands now, please, and this is a no-brainer. If you think about it, mining activities are damaging the waters. You want to charge us to pay for that damage, and who's causing the damage? It's the mining sector. So why not use that profit to offset it and not come and burden
me? But the Gold Board is on only one end of that mining value chain.
In fact, I think we don't even need to bring Gold Board into this conversation. It has nothing to do with Gold Board. I mean,
what is Gold Board taking? What's the material?
It's trading gold.
Where's the gold from?
Mining.
And the galamsey is what?
That is illegal mining. With licensed gold traders, gold
Please,
buyers.
as I sit here.
I think his argument is that the pollution is
the activity.
Activity
of mining. Polluting the waters.
Then Ghana
water needs more money.
Chemical,
exactly.
So,
But how is that Gold Board's problem?
It is their problem. No,
No.
It is called externalities in economics,
No.
and you know that.
I think no, it cannot be gold board.
Why is it not his problem?
It's gold board mining.
No, but how about the Galamseyers?
Okay, so please hear me out. Let's think through, please. Maybe I'm not the smartest person in this room, but listen to me.
No, you're a doctor. You're
You
smart.
oh, I mean, let me admit.
Modesty doesn't look good on you.
Let me admit to my limitations. Okay,
Right.
Doctor of Human Health is not doctor of economics, but I did economics, mind you. So my key point here is that listen, when we talk of externalities, my activity as a driver causes damages to the road. I pollute the environment.
Yeah.
So when I pay DVLA money, there should be something in DVLA's money to attend to tires in this country, to attend to the roads, to attend to the police. Who would do checks? I mean, after all, in this country, when you're driving, who does the checks whether you're roadworthy?
But there are ministries mandated to handle all of these things
Please.
that you're talking about.
But my point here is that, please, the profiteering, the person profiting from both legal and illegal mining in this country is gold board. Because that is the...
Look, I cannot...
Please, they have not been able to tell us or that they can trace every gold that they receive from the guy in Konongo.
Yes.
Okay.
But you can also
there's one guy in Konongo. Hello.
You can also not
I don't know what
You can also not
your obsession with gold board is, and almost every
my
every
point is that
conversation, you
profit,
must-
that huge profit, should be used to offset and reduce the tariffs. That is my
You
point.
made your point. I think that's
That is my point.
Very well. Although we
And you can
cannot
agree
prove-
or not agree.
Very well.
No, you
Thank you.
cannot trace that every gold that gold board is taking does not have illegal activities in it.
And you can also not prove same.
Oh, I can prove because
How do you
That
prove
gold
it?
board trades in illegal gold.
How are you able
listen,
to prove that?
My key point is that we all know that the one place for trading gold is gold board.
Yes.
And every gold mined, whether illegal or illegal, the proper channel, the right channel that it goes through is through probably a licensed person, then to gold board.
So how do you know all goes through the proper channel? What about smuggling to other countries?
Well, in as much as I'm concerned, mining activities, the biggest profiteer in this country now is gold board.
Very well.
And for that reason,
I may have to applaud my brother for finding a very smart way to change the whole conversation from PURC to gold board mining, illegal mining, and all that. And sometimes
they are damaging the water.
And sometimes I'm tempted to believe that he's not very happy that gold board is performing.
Oh.
And because if
I
you
said they should
keep,
pay
if you
some.
keep talking about their profits over and over, it creates an indication that you are not entirely excited that they are doing well. But I will not I will not fall to that temptation. I will stick to the discussions here. Now we are aware that PURC has announced these tariff increases, and for me, it's a bit worrying. It's quite worrying on two fronts. One, because we've had quite a stable exchange rate in the last few months.
Is good.
The inflation has been quite stable and good and down, and that is encouraging. That tells us the economy is not doing badly, and so it's quite difficult to justify the increases. But I've heard explanation from the gentleman from PURC.
Obute.
Yes, indicating that it is not entirely about operational costs, but also capital injections. That there are new machines, new equipment that needs to be bring in to improve the performance of some of the utility providers, and that is why there's a need for this. He also explained that the window for major tariff reviews had expired in September, and so there's a new one. This new one is going to last for another 5 years, and so I think there's this routine review, but the review doesn't necessarily mean that it should be an increase to the extent of a 9% and a 15%. I mean, water, electricity, fuel are key elements of any production unit and affect the entire economy. Everybody's affected one way or the other. We would only appeal that there's a need to take a second look at it. PURC should take a second look at it. Let's see if there's a way we can review these hikes and bring them out. I mean, we are enjoying the benefits of the inflation that has come down. We are enjoying the benefits of the exchange rate. Let's continue to enjoy all the other things that comes along with it. This would be quite a huge blow for us coming next year. But I'm hoping that the managers of that sector who have more information than the rest of us sitting on TV do should also listen to our appeal and think about how they can review and adjust some of these things, at least to cushion Ghanaians.
Well spoken.
Very well. Very well.
Unlike you, who's
are you excited?
I think that
Galamsey with this
you know, corporate responsibility, corporate social responsibility.
Yes.
And then you should have made an appeal.
Should use some of their
You
money.
should have made an appeal.
To offset.
Anyways, thank you.
They are damaging our
Larry,
workers.
I'll come to you, but permit me to take a quick break here. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 Television. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Redefined with Franco refrigerators. Imagine a refrigerator that keeps your food fresher and longer. Enjoy advanced features like the multi-air flow technology for optimal cooling, the smart humidity control for moisture levels, the fast freeze function for rapid cooling, and the energy efficient control for reduced power consumption. We have the double-decker freezers in different types. We also have the chest freezers in different types. We have the tabletop freezers. Get yourself a refrigerator from Franco and you will never regret. For online purchasing, just visit our website at www.francotrading.com. Call the numbers on the screen for bulk purchasing and any assistance. Franco Refrigerators, freshness redefined.
Christmas, my favorite time of the year.
This festive season, Volta Serene Hotel invites you to experience the magic of Christmas and New Year like never before. From 20th of December to the 1st of January, step into a world of joy, music, laughter, and celebration. We begin on the 20th with a soulful carols night, filling the air with warmth and melody. Then, on 23rd and 24th of December, arrive in style as we welcome you with fresh coconut and local treats. Christmas Day brings pure delight, exciting moments for kids, relaxing escape for adults, and an elegant all-white dinner under the stars, crowned with a spectacular fireworks display. On Boxing Day, embrace culture and rhythm, from picnics and traditional dance to an unforgettable high life and old school night. As the week unfolds, enjoy movie night, live music, karaoke, and endless fun, until we welcome 2026 with a breathtaking fireworks show on New Year's Eve. Special Christmas packages starting from 4,050 for individuals, 5,250 for couples, and 8,900 Ghana cedis for a family of 4 for 2 nights. Call or WhatsApp 0541 539 867 or 0362 025 243 to book your experience today. Volta Serene Hotel. Feel the serene touch.
Meet James. James has been searching for happiness for years. So we asked locals to point him to the source of their happiness. Until one fateful night, when his search finally came to an abrupt end. Find your happy place with GoTV. Get GoTV to enjoy a wide range of shows for the whole family. GoTV. Love it.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
The second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late, of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. He go give me the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be lucky, luckiest. No matter why you're lucky. Everybody go be that luckiest.
boom. If you put it so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Ha! Even now, your shadow the way designer.
I use my own mouth to reject him. Oh, this is my mouth. Look at that.
Pardon me, my son. Now, tell me the truth. How did this all happen?
Oh, mommy, simple direction. Mr. Goodluck no check me well.
Yeah,
man.
Easy car. Or dial star 712 hash.
The devil is a liar.
He picked his ticket and entered his lucky 5-digit number.
I'm his birthday.
Oh, how romantic.
And he followed the prompts. Yes. And then boom. Confirmation test.
I'm quick. Pick 5 numbers for me, okay? I'm feeling like 7.
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the
You see how they love you now?
Yo, do you have family Kemasimono? Before December, may release a motivational album. Fatapa, my super.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
You're welcome back. This is the news review segment on Breakfast Daily, live on Channel 1 Television. I take a few quick messages and then I go to Larry for his submission on the proposed utility tariffs. This message says, "Good morning, Anna. This is Abdul Ganiu Mankarigu from the Savannah region. People now vote based on development, not party. Honorable Matthew is the only one capable of transforming Pandai. If you know, you know. With all the MPs NDC has in parliament, they are still trying to manipulate things just to get another seat. That's pure greed." Oh, Masa. But election is election. You claim the dollar has dropped, food inflation has decreased, fuel prices are down, and transport fares have reduced, yet electricity and water tariffs must go up. The logic doesn't add up. Businesses are already struggling with high production costs, and this will eventually spill over into consumer prices. This government is too insensitive. The NDC is full of people who talk a lot but do very little. They can't think beyond the basics. Okay. This one says, "Good morning, Nana. Our salaries were increased by just 9%. And now we are paying 24% for both water and light. We are suffering. Dear Nana Tufo Boateng, suddenly all the legal systems are excellent for the ruling NDC and its cohorts. Our judges have been whipped in line by the government. All that then candidate JM and his national chairman said is being played." No, ABTAB, this is your message. I'm not too sure. Ahmed from Nimba says the NDC is very insensitive to the plight of Ghanaians. Hiking tariffs on water and electricity will worsen our situations. You gave us 9% in salary but want to take away 24% in taxes. Demonstrations will be the answer. That's Ahmed from Nima. Okay. Larry.
Yes, boss.
Let me come to you on the tariffs. And I mean, if you listen to all those who are complaining, the TUC is arguing on the angle of its salary increase, the 9%, and this increment negating that 9%. The minority raises the issue of inefficiencies and the losses, the technical losses, the commercial losses. And so if you sit back as a consumer, you wonder why you have to bear this brunt.
Yeah, thank you. You see, when you go to, let's say, a food joint, okay, that you constantly buy from, your favorite food joint, okay, Wache or something, and then you bought 50 cedis, and it was this much. But the next day you went, 50 cedis is shrunk to this level. Obviously, you will complain. Yeah. But there are reasons that the watch seller can't give you. Okay? It's up to you whether or not you believe in her reason or not. Okay? Lawyer has talked about how inflation has improved. The economic situations, have improved. Again, but the argument still remains that any increment will obviously, arouse people's sentiment and all that, and that is where we are now. Now, I'm very fascinated by the argument about 9% salary increment against 25 or 24% tariff. Yeah. The magic here is this. It is that the 9%, it's on the existing salary. Yeah. Do you get it? So if it's, let's say you are taking home 1,000 Ghana cedis, it is the increment is 9% of the 1,000.
Yes.
Now if you are paying water bill of, let's say, 200 Ghana cedis, it is 25% of the 200 Ghana cedis.
Well, water is 15, and then electricity is 9.
Okay. So so it is that of that. So it's not as though it is 25% of your salary that you are having to pay for the water. Let's get that clarity. You get it?
Is it 24% of the consumption?
Of the consumption of the current rate. Yes. That is what we are talking about. And not 24% of your salary.
Exactly.
You get it? I mean, it wouldn't have to take us on this table to be explaining this to people.
I think the concern is that all other things
are constant.
Yeah. Not just constant, but you see, that is where the challenge is. All other things, all other factors seem to be on the positive end. Yeah. And then now you are having an increment. How do you justify the increment?
Yes.
When exchange rate is coming down, when inflation is coming down and all that.
And then the argument is that this 9% on the existing salary is still the same 9% that will take this money will take care of transport, rents, and now but you are shooting utility tariffs up. So that is where they say it will negate the increase on the salary.
I agree that whichever way it is, there's going to be a crack. Even if it had been 2%, 10%, people were going to talk. Do you understand?
Yeah.
To address that is the improvement in the system. Very often we've heard arguments about, losses. Transmission losses, this, that, which for electricity, technical, all manner of things. We've also heard about, in the case of electricity, we've heard arguments about, illegal connections and so on taking over.
Which is criminal.
Exactly. Now, I have sat on this particular table and talked about how my area, listen, I have had to buy water pumping machine not twice, not more than, several times. I've had to buy refrigerator many times. I've had to check AC and other things.
Hey, this man.
Yeah, because the power, listen, I'm telling you, and people know.
The on and off.
Yes. It's so low, and then your AC is on and it's giving you a certain sound. Your fridge is not chilling properly. Your food, you don't have time.
Bad.
Yeah, it's gone bad. Many things you have to go through.
Need stabilizer.
You understand? And so, and meanwhile, ECG. Sorry.
Obsession with ECG.
ECG keeps telling us about the fact that they need to increase this thing so that they can improve the service with investments and so on and so forth. The same claim you keep telling us.
1 Ghana cedi.
Yes, exactly. The 1 Ghana on the fuel thing, which they said that was supposed to go for.
But that's supposed to settle
an
debt.
efficiency.
That's supposed to settle debts.
Yes.
That your government left behind.
It's legacy debt. Please.
Whose legacy?
Legacy.
Legacy.
Okay. Even that they contested it. But the power, let's be blunt. The power situation has stabilized.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Let's acknowledge that, and then thank those who came out with that.
One MP is complaining that there's 1 month of darkness in the constituency. Somewhere in the western or east.
It is possible that there will be some isolated
cases and so on. And part of the isolated cases is, isolated cases
Amenfi West or
it's
Central.
where, on the Legon Medina Highway. I mean, the darkness there is too much. Meanwhile, the Greater Accra Regional Minister promised us she was going to address this thing in 100 days.
Yeah.
Let's remind her.
You get it?
I'm sure she should remind
Let's remind her.
I mean, the
Just 70.
Is that 70
days.
Okay. Yo.
Please remind her.
So
Let's
in
go and
the city
interview
of
her.
Accra, we're talking about security. Electricity is security.
Yeah.
Lighting the place, it's security.
I don't stop at traffic lights at night. Too.
Yes, you can.
Accra has a problem.
You get it.
Accra
And so
is dark
whoever-
by night and dirty by day.
Good.
Yeah.
That
Basically,
is
that's
very
what it
sad.
is.
In Muhammad's regime.
Although we were promised, we were promised that in 8 years or so, it was going to be one of the cleanest cities in Africa.
That was a promise.
That's a promise.
One of the many promises that was never fulfilled.
we were hopeful. We were hopeful.
You get it. So if you have also come in and you promise to address the lightning situation, do something
But as for
about
this one,
it.
we have to take care
And
of
the Greater Accra region, she's talking too much. She's talking too much, and nothing is going on around her.
She's now directing MDAs to ensure traffic-free U-tight.
But address the traffic situation, address the lighting situation. The road, most of the road markings are totally gone.
Yeah.
So you would think that you are in an imaginary lane.
Yeah.
But she'll tell you this is roads and highway.
Yes, but I mean, it's such institutions to get working.
Yeah.
And if you
They are
know,
working on inflation.
if you know what you are doing,
Interagency collaboration.
They are working on inflation, so
you get it. So I mean, we need to the inefficiencies, the excuse about inefficiency, investment here, so and so has been overflowed. Now, when the last time you increased it, what came, what came up, what did you do, and what
I
came
know
out
they'll
of it?
come to 6%.
Like you see, from where I sit, this tariff hikes, it will be difficult for me to comprehend because you see, if you look at the type of procurements these agencies are doing,
How much
and the wastage
How
that
much
is
of the
going
increment
on.
is going to HAPTA?
You see where my problem is.
So because we pay,
Exactly.
and then you had created a certain mechanism that all
like
that
a
it
cash
has
cow.
is to collect money.
Yes.
You
And
had
there's-
an app before.
Money collection.
NDC, listen, NDC in opposition talked against HAPTA, including saying that Baumia was the one. So when you come in,
Ayini has cleared that. That was propaganda.
I don't think it's propaganda. I mean,
Ayini has
there-
made it clear that Baumia doesn't own Hubtel. He's made it clear.
no, but let's clear it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because the app that existed was designed by ECG, and ECG was collecting the money. Now, if the thing goes to ECG, we can track it. But now it goes through HAPTEL. And
You
then
can
HAPTEL
still
now
track
then,
it.
will now be the one disbursing your money, the state money.
Revenue assurance.
What?
Revenue assurance.
We had collapsed, SML. But these ones are still in place. A while ago, we are bringing in Tata to come and do another revenue assurance.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what are we doing to ourselves?
Remember Suba, AfriWave.
AfriWave,
Yeah.
Charlie, we need to
rebrand.
No, it's not about rebranding. The reset must include some of this.
Don't worry. I mean, you be rest assured that
The
every
reset
sector,
must
every
include
sector
some
is
of these
being
things. You see,
reviewed.
do you
These
understand?
institutions asking for these tariffs are 100% state-owned.
Yes.
ECG,
Some
Ghana
6%.
Water.
I really think that they have to
You
come
get
to
it.
6%.
So if we stop running these institutions
9%
as
is too much.
procurement machines
You
to
see-
enrich some people,
Yeah.
and the state is able to invest and invest
my
properly,
friends.
retool these organizations, I don't think we'll be seeing tariffs as high as 9%.
Government should
and
make it
15%.
6%.
My brother, you should bear with us that we have put in place leaders and managers of some of these institutions who have barely taken over in about the last 8 or 9 months.
Then they should
now.
wait on the tariff.
And obviously, the efficiencies that we expect to see will not happen overnight.
They should wait
They
on the
will
tariff.
definitely put in mechanisms that
lawyer.
would give us the efficiency.
Then
We
they
may
should
give
wait
us some
for
time,
the
but
tariff.
you can't also, you see, it's a chicken and egg situation. Should you wait and get ourselves plunged into some doomsday situation?
Block all the holes.
Or should we take preventive measures so that we ensure that we can have consistent flow of
Then go with 6%,
water.
not 9%.
They should be scientific. You're just mentioning figures.
No, I'm just also being...
The figures should be based on some
9% is too much.
scientific basis, not
It's
just
too
barely
much.
throwing out figures 6%. Why not even 3%? Why not even 2%?
9%
Why not
is
even
too much.
5%?
We will not pay.
But it should be
if we
based
clean
on
the
some-
room, we'll sleep better.
I agree with you. I agree that if we improve
better.
on efficiency, we would be able to perhaps not. We don't even need. We may not need 9 or 15%.
That's what I'm saying. Cost
But
savings.
it is a dual process. We need to find a way to improve efficiency, whilst we find a way to also plug the loopholes to ensure that we don't have challenges with meeting
And then
production
you don't
costs.
overburden with the consumers.
Privatization.
A while ago, listen,
Not the-
we
not the-
were
not
dealing
the
with
best. Not the
containers
best.
that
Not the
had
best.
come in of electrical products that we didn't need.
Exactly. We didn't
We
find it.
found them, thrown at certain places. That procurement
there are
thing,
meters sitting in people's houses
exactly,
that never work.
That never worked. That procurement thing, managing directors are have been allowed to work free.
Yeah.
Some of them were flying private jets all over the place.
It's a process. They will
Do you
all be held
understand?
accountable.
BNI investigated. CID went in. Attorney General came in some way, somehow.
OSP.
OSP didn't talk about it because he's a friend to, Dubik. So you guys, I mean, this kind of, why? It's true. But this game, you don't see the game around.
No.
You don't see it. It's painful, Chief. I mean, deal with some of these things. The reports were there. You condemn certain things in opposition, and you're not addressing them now.
No, talk to him.
He's talking to all of us.
No, I'm
He's talking to all of us. I mean, the generality of the...
Listen, I mean, you see, Trade Union Congress, they should, start asking what, Haptel is still doing within the, in the midst. How much of that are they collecting?
Public utility
How
workers,
much of it, what should they pay or you pay, all of us on this table pay, goes to Haptel for what? Just collecting the money. Nobody else could collect it. We should use a bank to collect it, maybe, if that is what it is. And we can track it better. Because the bank is supposed to ensure that at the end of the day, they are accountable to you. You put in mechanism. Auditors are there. A crack team to be monitoring this whole thing. So that every now and then you don't use this same inefficiency or whatever, revenue leakages and so on as an excuse to do what?
To burden us.
To burden us. Again, they talked about, during Dubik's time, there was an incident where the Bank of Ghana gave a certain exchange rate, and then ECG, had
its own exchange rate.
exactly. Where did that money go? Why is there Dubik investigation? Listen, the talk is becoming way too much, and from where I said, I'm getting tired of it.
Very well, very well.
Too young to get tired.
We can only get tired, but we can't give up.
Don't give up.
We'll revitalize, re-energize, and continue in the fights.
So I think government should really be considerate of the ordinary citizens. We are finding it difficult.
Is it about government or PURC?
Well, say at the end of the
The
day,
same PURC condemns some of this arrangement.
So they should listen to TUC and then the minority. Sometimes your position might be in your best interest. And we are helping government by telling government that, listen, you promised us less tariffs. So what is this?
Right.
What is this?
You talk about, was one to me also polluting water bodies?
This goes to all binders.
It's in court. Let's leave it.
It's in court. It's in court because, he
What
went
to me
into
is in
a
court?
All minors.
He's in court.
I'm not a friend of minors.
Let's leave him be. Talk to me about Kisi Ejabe, OSP, and alleged attempts at his life. He's what?
Listen, the Attorney General doesn't have a bulletproof car. And let's face it. You might have issues when you go arresting or tarnishing people's reputation on all these things. Like I've been saying, the office itself should be scrapped so that all this hula baloo will be done with.
Really?
What he does should be done within the ambit of the Attorney General. And I'll repeat this. The Attorney General's office, not because of Aini, should be empowered to handle everything that the OSP is doing.
You know, an argument I've heard.
And I'm making this because John Dramani Mahama has the number that can be used in Parliament. To reverse this office.
This is the creation of your government.
But you had the opportunity to advise on that. You were once an MP.
I mean, the conversation out there is you're pushing for the OSP to be scrapped, and then you turn around and say that Muhammad's government is not committed to the fight.
No.
Listen, and I know for sure that their fear is that OSP may be used against them.
No.
And so now, because they set out, if you observe
carefully, General can still come after anybody.
The mischief in setting up OSP was to go after Muhammad's administration. Immediately they finish. And use a very close ally who has fallen out, quote and unquote.
No, listen.
Martin Amidu.
After Airbus.
And it backfired.
Listen, after Airbus, after Opuni, me sitting here, I've realized that sometimes it's more about character assassination. Sometimes thorough reviews have not been done.
Personal scores.
So I really think that, listen.
Opuni was not investigated by OSP.
No, I'm making my point.
He's talking about general political process.
So this is on the benefit of hindsight.
In all of this, what I am saying is that, listen, let's be fair to Ghanaians. This creation of an office that was supposedly an addition to our ability to prosecute, and it has not prosecuted. It has not yielded any fruit. What is lacking is political will, more so than the creation. Listen, the ordinary CID office that we all see can really, literally arrest anybody for embezzlement and prosecute. So it isn't necessarily about high powers that has been given to anybody. Nobody is different under the law in terms of your crime, and that your crime, you're so special that you need a special prosecutor to prosecute you. Please.
Very well.
I am borrowing from the American system because I'm largely American, I think, more than British. And I think that
your allegiance to Ghana will be questioned.
No, listen, I said
you are more American than Ghanaian.
No, than British. Than British. He didn't say Ghanaian.
He's more American. He cannot be more foreigner in any way.
No, because we practice the British system.
The common law in this country.
Citizenship.
The common law in this country.
You answer.
The common law in this country is largely of the British system.
Yes.
And if I had my way, judges in this country would not be putting on this huge cassock,
That's
considering the heat in this country. So
but they don't sit under trees, they sit in
my
condition rooms.
He's a doctor. Leave the lawyers.
my key point. And listen, putting on all that regalia does not necessarily make you
very well. That is almost
my key point is that, listen, enough of all the noise from the OSP. It's yielded nothing of benefit, I think, to the Ghanaian people. And I'm of the opinion, like Michael Okwe, which I'm hearing, which is quite interesting. Professor Michael Okwe, for once, I'm in agreement with his take as well.
For once.
I mean, listen, I've been at variance with him on many things, I must admit. But on this one, we are gelling. We are gelling.
Very well, thank you. Counsel, assassination attempts on the special prosecutor.
Well, these are, for now, mere allegations and matters that have been put out there. What for me it's very worrying is that these things were not put out at the time it's alleged that it took place, so that investigations can go into it, activated, and then we'll get some feedback. But in the midst of all this, remove the OSP, Martin Pebu's arrest, suddenly they say there's an attempted assassination.
Isn't it worrying that an officer that's supposed to lead prosecutions
and what is really, for me, that is what I'm saying. What is someone who is a lawyer, someone who knows well, someone who is empowered with all the investigative machinery that he can, someone who has access to resources, claims that there's been assassination attempts, and yet they didn't lodge a complaint, they didn't file a complaint, they didn't activate any investigative process. And that's the moment that everyone is saying your office should be scrapped, where there are petitions against your removal, say they attempted to kill me. Come on, Kisi Jabin should be serious. It should be serious. No, I mean, you see, they shouldn't have put this into. I think it's just a way of putting something out there. And now here we are not discussing. We are not discussing what is important. We are discussing attempts at his life. The man is driving around in a bulletproof vehicle.
Very well.
So how does it?
Very well. Larry, 1 minute.
Let's be fair to Kisi.
It wasn't him who put the thing out.
The man speaks for Kisi, please.
Oh no, I'm coming. No, I'm coming.
The gentleman speaks for Kisi.
I'm coming. So it's not Kisi, but it's the Sami Daku. I don't know whether I read somewhere that he has also. He says he was also beaten by some police officers. Sometime.
Why is this all coming out?
Some time ago. Yeah. Now this is coming out after this thing about let's scrap the office, so and so and so. But the bit about
he should resign.
The bit about the assassination attempt that came up. The first time this came out was when there was argument about bulletproof cars.
Yeah.
That he had made a request for bulletproof cars. This is the basis of the disagreement between him and then Ken Ofori-Atta. So every now and then when issues about he and Ken comes up, the claim is that this is purely vendetta. Because Ken had denied him access to bulletproof cars. But I hear he got it anyway. Ken leaked the document requesting for the bulletproof cars to the media. That has also been thrown out there. But doing the criminal cases, high profile, and so on, that he needed bulletproof cars for his operation. But then the argument is, how about the Attorney General? How about the CID boss? How about the Yoko boss? But I am told that the Signals Bureau under Edubuahi also procured some bulletproof cars. Some of them have been shared to certain officials in this government that I'm still finding out. So the thing about bulletproof cars, assassination, it is strange that, as the lawyer said,
the timing.
The timing of it. But then not just the timing. Kisi, he's a criminal law. He was a criminal law lecturer. He's written books on criminal law that people have mentioned along. So how come he didn't report this to the police then? It's strange. Yeah. But do you recall that Kumbo?
Benjamin.
Yeah, also had a similar issue with attempted assassination. But in his case, there was a car, there was a car that was shown with bullets, holes in the windscreen and so on. That MPP came out to make fun of that. How come,
So the name of the game is evidence.
Yes,
you should provide us evidence.
So when did this happen? You could be driving in Makola and somebody throws a stone. And if that, it's...
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much. This has been the News Review segment here on Breakfast Daily. Thank you also for your messages, but please don't go away. The show continues after this.
In December 2023, the biggest play in the history of African theatre made its debut.
Before the God of Iron, I stand on oath.
You saw it.
We sent you all the way to Ile-Ife to bring us greetings from Ifa.
By popular demand and in honor of Maoli Semevo, Image Bureau, in partnership with April Communications and the National Theatre, presents The Gods Are Not to Blame this December 17th, 7 p.m., 18th, 7 p.m., and 19th, 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. at the National Theatre. Visit www.imagebureaugh.com or dial *714*46# for your tickets. Single 250 cedis, double 400 cedis. Supported by New Plant Car Rentals, Ghana Tourism Authority, Balakwa. Sponsors Stambic Bank, our media partners, and proudly brought to you by MTN.
This is AFCON, my friend. Everything is a competition. Everything.
Join our family for AFCON Morocco 2025 from 21 December to 18 January. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From Natepia, cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it so would the coming of the Son of Man be.
Hey.
Is that his car?
Ha! Even now, your shadow the way designer.
I use my own mouth to reject him. Oh, this is my mouth. Look at that.
Kwame, my son. Now, tell me the truth. How did this all happen?
Oh, mommy, simple direction. Mr. Good Luck no check me way.
Yeah,
man.
Easy car. Or dial star 712 hash.
The devil is a liar.
He picked his ticket and entered his lucky 5-digit number.
I'm his birthday.
Oh, how romantic.
And he followed the prompts. Yes. And then boom. Confirmation test.
I'm quick. Pick 5 numbers for Milky. I'm feeling like 7.
Star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the
You see how they love you now?
Yo, do you have family permission? Before December, may release a motivational album. Patapa, my super.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Life is a celebration of moments. Big and small.
The sun is scorching, I'm feeling the heat.
With Piva Drink, every moment becomes a refreshing celebration. From the beach to your home, in every corner of your world, Piva Drink adds a burst of refreshment.
Give me Piva cocktail and tangerine.
Celebrate every moment with Piva Drink. Refreshment for every occasion. Piva Drink, a taste you will love.
P for Piva.
This advert is FDA approved.
Rubia, say dear, yes, economy Yankasa, Enti, Kanena, Mosile, Medamu Yashem, Nina, Akem, Anas Boy Enterprise, Esabin Kancho say, what's you fear ye? We hear POP ceiling Papa, with many design, plaster board installation, TV unit design, a Cassian Kitwa, and Italian Ahudwina, will be getting neat at the amount. Afi, was Sansuya painting, into a derby was here, for Fred Anas Boy Enterprise, we painting the comma at the amount. Afi, window designs be. Yɛni nyina bi ebia na wodwen sɛ wobesi fie na fie na wobesi no so no wohia de so bi mada Anasboy Enterprise SCT say residential and commercial construction afei where renovation and remodeling surveying bi a open no obene kama e de amount afei architectural design say ko twi ko brema bae and drawing plans wobeye ne neat e de amount menua berema ma make am for Anasboy Enterprise and for more e say wonim de na ne nsa no ye fe come on enti sa open ne ma mabobo so nyina ejumadia hwehwe Anasboy Enterprise no twa needs located Anasboy Enterprise our Tantra Hill Amasamai and Ablekuma Canada Junction so open shimwa Fred 034-611-3461 Anasboy Enterprise Woodimte Ankasa.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Trot from Kaswati. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late, of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go feel the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From Natepia, cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go feel be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go feel be that luckiest.
God, Kwamio!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it so would the coming of the son of man be. Is that his car?
Ha! Even now, your shadow the wear designer.
I use my own mouth to reject him. Oh, this is my mouth. Look at that.
Kwame, my son. Now, tell me the truth. How did this all happen?
Oh, mommy, simple direction. Mr. Goodluck no check me way.
Yeah,
man.
Easy car. Or dial star 712 hash.
The devil is a liar.
He picked his ticket and entered his lucky 5-digit number.
I'm his birthday.
Oh, how romantic.
And he followed the prompts. Yes. And then boom. Confirmation test.
One quick, pick 5 numbers for me, okay? I'm feeling like 7.
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the
You see how they love you now?
Yo, do you have family Kemasimono? Before December, may release a motivational album. Fatapa, my super.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
It's Breakfast Daily and you are welcome. As you already know, the show started at 7 a.m. this morning with Nanatu Boateng, and he gave you some politics. And now we are going to be taking you from now till 11 o'clock. And it's going to be entertaining, exciting, informative, and of course, very, very informing. Anyway, I hope you stay tuned because you do not want to miss this episode of the show. My name is Chris Carter.
And I am Philip Nilate. Chris has said it all. Of course, you want to stay with us here from now to 11 a.m. when we say bye-bye to you. We have a lot for you on the show, and you can join us with your thoughts, submissions, and comment on the conversation we'll be having later in our communities on 0204447033, and you'll be reading loud and clear to the world. But I'm sure you're preparing for the situation all white party. It's party.
No.
Oh, did you hear Adjasafo say party?
Oh, no, the Americans say party.
Party, yeah.
And but the English people in the country say the party.
Party?
Yeah.
Okay, so situation all white party or party, which one you choose? What is happening on the 24th of December 2025, and you would want to get your white ready because we are set here for you, and we are saying that it's going to be a banker because the people on the bill, trust me, you're going to have a lot of fun. Just imagine Kofi Kenata coming on set to give you all the tunes you need to get, and also we have Akwabwa serenading you, then we have Inchin Band do it like nobody's business, then Perez Music will cross over from 24th to 25th by giving us some gospel musics and all that. Then eventually we have DJ Mingle doing more party, and also DJ Abeku, not to forget Rave Master and all the individuals who will be passing through. So make sure that you are part of it. Make sure that you visit our social media platforms and get the information that you need when it comes to this, and also the amount that will be involved and all that. Make sure that you get all that on our social media platform. We'll be talking details of that later on the show, so you can see on the screen 9,000 Ghana cedis. This is what it's going to give you for 8 seats, and that is gold. We also have the 12,000 which is diamond for 8 seats, and the packages that you will get. We also have 15,000, and that is unlimited. I like this package because you have a waiter dedicated to you, so you are taking everything unlimited and everything you want at the event. 0205 973 973 is the number you can call, and 0558 973 973 is the number you can call to register and also make payment. But we couldn't have done this without our sponsors. Very important. So with our sponsors, EcoBank there, Bethel Logistics there, Homa Cafe there, and also supported by Oswald Investments Limited. Please get your white for the party or party.
Well, if you don't get your white, you'll miss. So. And you know, what's exciting about this is, this is, one of the parties that opens up December, and you definitely do not want to miss it. And it also ushers us into Christmas Day. And so it's not just that we are partying, we also get to worship at the same time to say thank you for all that you have done for us, and how far you've brought us, and also a time to get your hair loose down.
It's been a year long of too many worries, too many traffic, too many thinking, too many sleepless nights, too many hustles and all that, thinking, meeting deadlines. Please come to this party.
Right.
You know what? Put everything behind you and come and enjoy yourself. And the Channel One News app, if you don't have it, please, you would want to download it now on the Google Play Store or the App Store. Very important, so that every story we share on channel1news.com, certainly you will get it just with a notification, and you are good to go. Please download it now. We always ask you to download because it's very important for you to have it on your phone. Chris, something is happening in Burkina Faso.
Right, Burkina Faso has fully taken over Total Energies. So if you remember, in February 19th, Total Energies left the country. That was after leaving Mali because of, the takeover by Traoré. Is it Traoré?
Traoré.
Yeah.
Captain Ibrahim Traoré.
So because of the takeover, and they left the country, and the Total has been running by itself for a while, but now it has officially been changed to Baraka Energies after its acquisition by Chorus Invest Group. So right now it's totally Burkinabe.
100% Burkinabe.
So it does not belong to the French anymore. Anything that they get from there is not going to France anymore. All all the monies they're going to be making from all, of these filling stations are now going to remain in the country as Baraka's Energies, money.
Actually, don't want to do anything with the French again.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything with the French again. And if you've lived in the French country, you would understand why they feel so. I wouldn't want to go into details because I was born in the French country.
Yeah, Togo.
Yes, I was born in Togo.
So you know what happens there.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
the experience is different.
Really?
It's quite different. So sometimes when you see these countries acting how they act, you would not entirely blame them. It's just about them wanting to have autonomy over their country. It's just about them wanting to have a say over their country without anybody trying to use them as puppets to do this or do that or do this or do that. We've seen how most of the countries where I love the French, but we've seen how the French control most of these countries. Some of these countries are the countries that presidents are there forever and do not want to leave.
Like what we just saw in Benin recently.
Exactly.
Anyway, they said the rebranding aims to keep services running smoothly while boosting the national control of strategic asset, and also many see it as a symbolic move of economic sovereignty and a fresh start for the energy market in Burkina Faso. We have some comments for you. Let's bring you these comments quickly. What is happening in Burkina Faso after we understand that the Total Energies have been taken over fully. This is awesome. Well done to Burkina. I wish them all the best in leadership. We will wake up someday and Burkina Faso will be the richest country in Africa. Well, until the pump breaks down and the only replacement parts are in Europe. maybe they'll have to think of how to get the parts now.
Yes, or maybe they will start creating.
Maybe.
Or maybe they're going to buy from other Africans who are buying from those areas. Because at this point, it seems like they do not want to have anything to do with some of these countries in Europe.
Well, so this is the Baraka.
I think that's what we need sometimes.
Well, let's see how that one turns out.
But at the end of the day, my only worry is, in as much as all this is happening, I just pray that the right people are the ones put in
at the various positions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the various leadership positions. Yeah. It doesn't have to be family and friends, or you were in my party, or me and you were together for 10 years and you. No, it seems like a reward sometimes.
Have you heard the proverb? Well, we understand the later J.J. Rowling said it in a particular way. Ababe kawane frantuma.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
I keep hearing that.
So if someone will actually sort of betray you as somebody close to you. So like you're saying, if there are people within the right people within specific positions
and industries, let them be the one to be in charge of whatever, because we've seen it so many times. You put the wrong person to be a minister, you put the wrong person to be in a helm of to take charge in the helm of affairs, and then sometimes they're just clueless.
Yes, and maybe the person is actually working around to even get you out of the system. Anyway, that's what is happening in Burkina Faso. Let's come back to Ghana. I'm sure you've heard of Ma Lydia.
She's trending on X.
There is something that Dumelo is doing in the constituency that a lot of people are saying that it's actually going to affect Ma Lydia, because Ma Lydia, Dumelo, you took over from Ma Lydia, and we don't like the way you are doing the gap. No.
Can I ask you a question?
Ask.
After Dumelo's victory, and of course him being the MP in that area, will she ever want to run again? I think somebody else.
Oh, but there is always a comeback. There is always a comeback. But as to how Mr. Doom is going about it, really, there is a video I'd want to share with you what Mr. Doom is doing in the constituency that people are talking about.
Mr. Doom?
Yeah, Mr. Doom, Mr. Dumelo. He's doing in the constituency that a lot of people are talking about, and is really giving Ma Lydia pressure. Let's take a watch. So one constituent, one akoko. Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, that's the level. And this money, he's a farmer, so you wouldn't really want to be arguing more about it, because he's a farmer. He can go to his farm, he can get things done. He's a deputy agric minister and all that. So at least his constituents must feel at home. But if I have money in my house, you don't want me to look after my kids. Well, I will. Yes, so that's it.
But you see, but one thing about him is that he's been very, very impressive.
Yes.
Yeah, impressive in the sense that I've known him on set, while doing movies, and then we talk about him wanting to be in this position.
Yeah.
And I just look at him, I say, okay, this guy, I see him being a leader.
And
he has not disappointed.
Exactly. Interestingly, after he got he won power, he hasn't gone to sleep, like indicates.
And he hasn't changed.
He hasn't changed. He's
it's
still
still
with the
the same.
constituents.
It's still the same idea.
I have seen him playing football with constituents, snatching constituents, kuje, and all that. Visiting the schools, getting buses for the uni students and all that. But anyway, let's bring you comment on what the pressure Mr. Doom is giving to Anti-Ma Lydia. Anyway.
At this point, Ma Lydia needs to join your team and forget about MPP because she's not getting the seat again forever and ever. Amen with a praying.
So this one came, he said, Farmer John MP. That's Dumelo.
Yeah, so he tweeted the video and someone actually reposted and replied. Yeah.
So she needs to join the team.
Probably.
Anyway, if you can't fight them, you need to join them. Forget about the MPP because he's not getting. Anyway, this one too says that when Ma Lydia go get her own, I beg, make them 2 crates of egg. Oh, but Dumelo, you have to go and visit Ma Lydia because Ma Lydia had to set the pace for you to.
He could actually do that, but
do you know that even Ma Lydia?
Will she accept?
Oh, she will. It's no, they aren't enemies. I don't think they are enemies.
I'm just saying, in case she doesn't accept, though, Christmas can also come early for you and I.
Yeah, but I also think that sometimes the constituents should thank Ma Lydia because if Ma Lydia hasn't put this pressure around, Dumelo wouldn't have been doing this.
So would you say that she set a pace for him to follow?
Yes, the kind of play you would have on the football pitch or the football field. Comes with your opponent. So if your opponent is very tough, you would have to play harder.
So she was a good one.
Yeah, she was a good one. Do you have some more messages that we would want to share with our viewers? This is very important. Where is Ma Lydia dancing video? She was dancing. If you have that video, let's bring that video. Let's just, that's Ma Lydia.
She has a very strong knees.
Yeah, you see, this dance of Ma Lydia is like, you know what, you got to do whatever you got to do.
You got to do it.
Yeah, 2028, I got to come. Let's bring you some more messages on this. So 2028, make Ma Lydia not wasting time. Money, Charlie. Anyway, let's see how that one goes. You see this constituency seat, unless John Dumelo forfeits it willingly, Ma Lydia should just retire at this point.
Anyway, we'll be looking forward to see what's going to happen.
Ma Lydia watching this video right now. John Dumelo spoiled that this man understands the program. Really, he does. Do you have any final message? If not, then that's it. That's Ma Lydia and John Dumelo. So that was
but isn't it
John
ironic?
Dumelo versus
Isn't it ironic? Someone
Ma
does
Lydia.
something and it's the other person's name that you're just mentioning. That's to also show how strong.
I think she was doing something like that in the constituency.
She is.
Yeah, she was. She was also sharing things in the constituency and all that. So, like I indicated earlier, if not for the kind of competition she put on the ground, Dumelo would not be doing this. That is what I think. So because of how strong she is as an opponent, that's how come Dumelo is trying to make sure that he's crossing all his T's and dotting all his I's before the 2028
she's
election.
keeping him on his feet.
Yeah, and Dumelo has really gone through a lot to get to this position.
Right? I know.
He's gone through a lot. Like, there was a time we went on a campaign with John Dramani Mahama, then flag bearer of the NDC, and you quote around Ayawaso West Wargon, and the kind of work Dumelo was doing on the grounds. And he was like, give me the nod. Give me. He's not begging the people. He's telling them that give me the nod. And he will do the things he was doing. He bought water. He paid fees. He did a lot. Anyway, that's Mr. Doom for you. So he's done a lot. Anyway, Mr. Doom. Let's bring you the video of the day.
This is the end. Hold your breath and count. This is the end. your breath and count. This is the end. Hold your breath and count.
You want to Jekache? This is the end. If you listen to the music well, you
Oh,
understand.
just like blood of Jesus.
Yeah, this is the end.
What?
So that's the video for the day for you. An interesting one just to put smiles on your faces.
It is not many putting any smiles. This have taken my pressure up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But nobody told him to go and do Keche.
You know, and actually that's a warning to people
Yes.
who like to
That's
do
festive
things
season. Don't
just
go and be
for
doing
content.
Keche.
You need to be careful.
Yes.
You need to be careful, especially
Don't be doing
when there
things-
are very dangerous stunts that
Very
you're trying
dangerous.
to pull. You need to be very careful.
And this is your end.
If this is not AI and it's a real thing, that's it.
This is the end.
This
the,
is the
the
end.
The end staring at you in the face.
Jeez.
You don't know whether to say your last prayers or die in peace. Anyway, this is what we bring to you on the Breakfast Daily here. That is the video of the day. We take a quick break. When we come back, we will tell you a rather troubling story that is coming up within our communities. Stay with us.
Attention all State Housing Company Limited homeowners, landowners and clients. From November 3rd to December 31st, 2025, the State Housing Company Limited is giving you a 15% discount on all outstanding payments.
Oh yes, pay less on your ground rent, land regularization, lease renewals, consents to develop or assign and service charges, and secure your ownership today.
Visit any SHC office nationwide to make your payment in full to benefit from the 15% discount.
You can locate the State Housing Company Limited at Ring Road West, adjacent STC Yard and Accra Digital Center.
For more information, visit our website www.statehousing.gov.gh or call 0302-221-422 or 0552-725-656 or 0503-083-393. Remember, this offer ends December 31st, 2025. Don't wait, pay less today.
Meet James. James has been searching for happiness for years. So we asked locals to point him to the source of their happiness. Until one fateful night, when his search finally came to an abrupt end. Find your happy place with GoTV. Get GoTV to enjoy a wide range of shows for the whole family. GoTV. Love it.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswati. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Kofi from Georgia be luckiest. From Natepia, cause she be luckiest. Me and you go be lucky, luckiest. Nobody know why you're luckiest. Everybody go be that luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it toye, so would the coming of the son of man be. Is that his car?
Ha! Even now, your shadow the way designer.
I use my own mouth to reject him. Oh, this is my mouth. Look at that.
Kwame, my son. Now, tell me the truth. How did this all happen?
Oh, mommy, Simple direction. Mr. Good Luck no check me way.
Yeah, man. Easy cry. Or dial star 712 hash.
The devil is a liar.
He picked his ticket and entered his lucky 5-digit number.
I'm birthday.
Oh, how romantic!
And he followed the prompts. Yes. And then boom, confirmation test.
One quick, pick 5 numbers for me, okay? I'm feeling like studying.
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the
You see how they love you now?
Yo, baby, our family can before December, may release a motivational album. Fatapa, my super.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
We are grateful you stay with us here on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. Now let's take you to our communities, and something is coming up that has to be spoken about here on the show. I'm sure that you've noticed that gridlock in town because of Christmas nearing, and we going to enjoy ourselves during that period. The fact that road constructions are ongoing, so gridlock in town and all that, but short drivers, that is commercial drivers, are sort of taking advantage of the situation.
They always do, don't
yes, because when you close from work and you are supposed to move from one location to the other, especially places like in Sawam, places like Kaswa, places like Tema, places like Dodowa, Adenta and all that, because of the distance and the fact that you would have to stay in traffic for some time. Yeah. So the drivers are of the view that we are asking you to pay this amount, which is a fixed amount. And if you do not pay it, then you better stay in town. But because you are eager to get home and you really want to get home so that you catch some sleep before you come to work the next day, you'll be tempted to hop into the bus.
Because you have no choice.
Yeah, you have no choice. Because I can't think far. Why you be charging an amount of 30 Ghana cedis from Accra to Kaswa? Maybe the Kaswa people, you would want to get in touch with us and we would find out from you how much the fare is from Accra to Kaswa, or from Circle to Kaswa, or from Medina to Kaswa, or whatever place in Accra to Kaswa. Let's understand. We saw a video going viral, or which has gone viral, on an amount of money that is being charged. That is 30 Ghana cedis, which is very troubling. We will bring you that video after. There is a report that has been filed by City News' Mano Anyama on the unapproved fees that commercial drivers are also charged. We speak to the authorities that be and have further conversations on that. Let's bring you those videos.
Victoria Yasantwa is a regular commuter on the La Paz-Kaswa stretch, and she laments that fares are already being increased, adding that the festive season could be used as an excuse to worsen the situation.
Instead of 10, and I said 7 cities, 15 cities.
This is bring a Mary, a bit me I west.
West. Sata mu de be west na sensu ato apete and so to ye kaso ye jobia 25 Ghana.
The Yuletide usually comes with increased pressure on public transport, with long queues resulting from the heightened movement of people for shopping, outings and other activities. This pressure often leads to high demand for vehicles, and some transport operators exploit the situation by charging unapproved fares.
We tell them, no, it's not a force. Understand? We have our station cars that have been coming. But if we don't have cars, we call some cars from different places. Understand? So we don't increase fares.
So even though there is a fixed price and you are taking a token, in a way it's like you are increasing the fares, don't you think so?
Oh, that's what I wanted to show. It's a token. We don't like people being in a queue while our cars are over there. Understand? So we call them and tell them, oh, they will sweep and come. So that's just a token.
Many drivers justify the fare hikes by citing persistent increases in fuel prices.
The fuel price, how the fuel price rises, that's why we normally do that.
This year, however, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly says it will tackle the trend head-on. Any transport operator caught charging unapproved fares will be arrested and prosecuted. The AMA Sanitation and Motor Court will be on standby throughout the festive period to prosecute offenders.
Any driver that will not listen to what you say here and you go out there and charge more than what he's supposed to take, I'll make sure that we have a court there, the sanitation court. We will take you there and make sure we remind you, because we are all Ghanaians. I always say when I have opportunity that we have only one Ghana, same as we have only one Accra. So if we don't fix it, nobody will fix it for us.
According to the AMA, its operation of commercial vehicles bylaws 2017 require commercial drivers to convey passengers to their destination stations without forcing them to alight and reboard to incur additional costs. The bylaws also prohibit drivers from charging more than the approved fares agreed upon with transport unions. For the Ghana Private Road Transport Union, GPRTU, the move is long overdue. The union condemns the practice and urges drivers to adhere to approved fares or face arrest.
As GPRT, we totally condemn any driver who charge above the approved lorry fares. We are not in support with it. We condemn it. And the mayor has even kept too long by not constituting the task force to start checking those things. We are all ready to help and make sure right things are being done.
So that is the situation there, charging unapproved fares because people are in difficult situation, and also you not going through the right channel to take this amount of money. See, we are our own enemies, because if you are charging 30 Ghana cedis from Accra to Kaswa, or you're charging 25 Ghana cedis from Accra to Kaswa, and ideally what is supposed to be taken will be maybe 15 Ghana cedis or less, you are a thief. Yes, you are. Because what you are doing is you are exploiting or you are extorting people. You are taking money from them that is ideally is not supposed to be taken. We are in this country, and when GPRTU wants to increase fares, there are issues or people are raising questions about that. We understand that fuel prices are maybe at a particular level that people will say it's okay, it's stabilized. We also understand that you would have to buy spare parts for your vehicle. You'd have to stay in traffic for a very long time or gridlock for a very long time. But that doesn't give you the right to go beyond the limit and be charging unapproved fares and be putting the passenger in a difficult situation. Because if I'm in town and I've not budgeted 30 Ghana cedis from Accra to Kaswa, then that means I'm home. Or that means I'll stay in town. I can't get to my destination or my abode. So it's very difficult that these things must be checked. But the authorities that are supposed to check these things, we don't know whether they are or not. I'm sure there are associations and there are unions that are supposed to check in these things, but it's so uncalled for. You can't be in a country where people will be charging whatever they want and there are unions that they are under. Anyway, we are joined by the Public Relations Officer of GPRTU, Abbas Imoro, who is joining us to answer some questions and also tell us what the union is doing about this immediately, so that people do not suffer as we are entering the Yuletide. Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
I trust you are doing well.
Yeah.
Alhaji Abbas, first of all, I want to find out from you, if you can let us understand how much is the transportation fare from Accra to Kaswa, from Circle to Kaswa, and also from Adenta or Medina to Kaswa?
Currently, I might not be in the position to be specific on the mentioned routes, but all I'll say now is when you were speaking, we came up somewhere in May on fare reduction of 15%, of which became law for all of us nationwide. We have a system which we use to increase fares when it becomes necessary. It's the same system that we use to reduce fares. Now, we reduce this fare even based on one component, around 18% reduction on fuel, which really benefits the driver, not the car owner, not anybody. Although we don't use only fuel to run transport, but that is one of the significant components that we use. And the laws of the land allows us to do that, and the same law allows us to increase fares when we have to. So we, in the transport operation sector, or I should say GPRC, undisputed, the leading private transport operator in the country. All we are saying is anybody who charge different from what we agreed upon and what we presented to the Transport Ministry to become the current law guiding us. Anybody who does anything different has gone contrary to the laws. The laws are there for all of us. Ghana is not a country whereby anybody will do anything that is necessary. Else, I would have put my vehicle on the road and charge how I want because the vehicle belongs to me. But no, that is not the system we use. So we condemn those drivers. It's not all the drivers who are doing that. We condemn those drivers who are doing that. At times they take their normal fare in the morning, then even during rush hours, they change and add something to what they are supposed to take. We always say it's very bad. We condemn it.
Now, Alhaji Abbas,
you said something. Let me conclude with that.
Okay.
That you don't know who is responsible. Either the unions. The laws are made in the country, but it is the law enforcement agencies who make sure we implement to the letter. So it is not left to the law enforcement agencies, the police, the assemblies, for them to make sure right things are being done.
So how do you expect the law enforcement agencies to actually take control of this situation? Because obviously, well, let me use trotros. A trotro driver can be parked anywhere, and there's no police at that point, or there's no any enforcement agency or enforcement agent at that point. And he can just put out any price. So who is going to be responsible for what that driver does?
Driver parking in the way don't be specific on only trotro. Every vehicle is vehicle. If we are not supposed to stop at a particular place, that should be done by all vehicles, not only trotros.
All right.
That's about the fare, the lorry fare. It is the police and the assemblies who are supposed to make sure right things are being done within the organization.
Okay, so for instance, what we saw not long ago people charging 30 Ghana cedis from Accra to Kaswa. I hope this information has gotten.
Yes.
This has gotten to your table, but as a union, do you know if these people are within the GPRTU, another driver union, and if so, have you been able to identify them?
Yes, most of these people are the floating drivers who does not belong to any unions at all, and by law. We have our LI 2180 Act. If you look at Regulation 121, these are people who are not supposed to work under the laws of the land. If you don't belong to any recognized transport organization, transport union, transport company, you are not supposed to take passenger and take money from that passenger.
All right, so the passengers don't know about this.
But here we are, yes. The passenger do not know about it. But the law enforcement agencies knows about it. The unions knows about it. We'll be saying it. But we are not responsible to arrest anybody. We, the transport operators, legally operating, we are not supposed to arrest anybody. The law enforcement agencies are there to implement whatever laws have on the line.
Okay. All right, you keep talking about the law enforcement agencies, but do the law enforcement agencies know about this? Like when you make your decision, do you involve the law enforcement agencies in your meetings? Are they part of the meetings, or after your meeting you go and tell them? Which is it?
Hello? Hello, Mr. Abbas? Okay, so we lost him. But we'll work around the lines and get Abbas Imoro, who is the public relations officer for GPRT, because we are discussing a very important issue. Because if we do not check this immediately, I'm sure by 20th to 28th of December, people may be stranded in town, because it has even started yesterday around Adabraka. Around 4 to 5, you would see people running because it was about raining. It was cloudy, and during that period, it's very difficult for you to get a public transport or a public vehicle, and put it that way. So people are running from Accra to Circle to get a vehicle to their destination. If you are watching us and you reside around that area, say Kaswa, Weja area, let's know the approved fare that ideally these church drivers are supposed to charge, which is not happening as we are seeing now, because they are charging exorbitant prices.
Or apart from that,
yes, any other area that you want us to know the situation. But Chris, this brings us to a bigger problem, because
it's worrying. This conversation,
our transport system has failed.
It is very worrying.
If we really had a very robust transportation system, we wouldn't be seeing this where people would be taking that, let me take advantage of the situation and then make money into my pocket.
And I really wish we can get Mr. Abbas back.
Yeah, definitely we try and raise him back again. I really need to
understand when they have these meetings to put out these laws, because he keeps saying they do not have the right to arrest anybody. They do not have the right to, punish these people. Do you understand that the law enforcement agencies have to do that? So my problem is, if you have these meetings and put out these rules, do you involve the law enforcement agencies in your meetings?
Well, we'll try and get him back again and ask him questions. But there's another group that also they are part of the entire driver union. That is the Committed Driver Association. The national PRO is on the line, David Aguado. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
I trust you are doing well.
I'm doing good, my brother.
Good. We are talking about an issue that is coming up, or it's actually going on, but we are just seeing it concerning unapproved fares that some drivers are charging. Has this come to your attention as a driver union?
My brother, thank you very much, and good morning to all the viewers. This problem, or this canker, is now on our throat, and we all want to find an antidote for it. And the antidote that we'll find is to get appropriate loading points, like terminals, that can contain it. That will solve that problem. But you see, our drivers, I will not hide behind any mask and say anything. Our drivers are doing it. Because when they load at the station, they don't do it. But when they get to the street, like they are picking the passengers at bus stops and other things, those over there will take advantage and tell you, the driver, maybe you are going to La Paz to Kaswa, they will say Kaswa Street. Instead of 10 cities, they will say 15 cities or 20 cities, which is not the best. It's not the best practice. That is amount to defrauding. That is amount to frauding. So we, as my earlier speaker just speak on, Mr. Abbas, you see, this we must, despite making the law, they are not there, or making the prices, they are not there. But they are the law enforcement agencies. They have to enforce the law and make the law work.
Sorry, who is the law enforcement agency? Is it the GPR?
The police are the law enforcement.
No,
the police are the law enforcement agency.
Okay.
They have to enforce. You see, if I get the wage, I will tell the police that they should use the bus stop in the evening and then in the morning. Be there, because a policeman at La Paz did some 3 days ago. I was very happy. I was standing by and I saw him. The driver was loading so 10 cities. The police didn't stop. He didn't utter a word. He made the car full before he gets to the driver and asked the passengers. Driver didn't say, "Oh, Jim was saying," and they say, "Oh, so 10 cities." Show me 15 cities.
How much the fare?
The fare itself was 6 cities.
Wow.
But the driver was charging 10 cities. So the police insisted that the passengers should pay 6 cities. Do you know what happened? The next thing the driver did, as soon as he moved, he removed his crutch, his legs, his foot on the crutch, and the car jumped, and they say, "My crutch, I say." The police says, "I will be here till you fix that crutch and take the people." And he insisted, and they do that. You see, if we are putting ourselves in the right position and doing the right thing, this madness, this cancers all will stop.
But how many driver unions do you have at all in this country?
For now, the ones that I know about, we are 16.
16
we
driver unions.
Form the Coalition of Commercial Transport Operators. We are 16.
So does it mean that every public transport or every public driver, say church driver, commercial driver, should be part of this union? Is that it?
Yes, that is what the law says. The law says everybody must belong to a union. Everybody must belong to an association. So we are expecting all drivers to belong to a union. But, because we don't have terminals, we don't have, even our bus stops are not being mined by old people. It is these boys that you go to bus stops and you see them rascals. The way and the manner they look is frightening.
Wow. So as we speak now, has there been any meeting or conversation with the other driver unions together with the MTTD, that is a law enforcement agency, the transport ministry, to ensure that we actually work around to get this issue resolved?
If I tell you there is something like that in our pipeline, then I'm deceiving you or I'm deceiving the public. We didn't have nothing like that. We are talking internal, but we putting it before the transport minister and then all the stakeholders that this is the measures we should take. We haven't reached that point yet.
So, Mr. Aguado, that means that passengers will go on and be suffering like this?
I won't say yes, but what we will do is, you see, there is something that says, there is a calm proverb that says, we are seeing this thing. It started small, but now it's now rampant. All the country, when you go to Kumasi, it's there. When you come to Accra, it's there. When you go to Central Region, it's there. Western Region, Volta Region, everywhere, when there is scarcity of cars, then they take advantage of that. And we have to stop it. Once it has come to public domain, it is flying in the social media everywhere. Some people will take it as our baby child and then nature it and make it work. before this year goes to an end.
But Mr. Agbado, I also want to find out from you. You are part of the driver unions and you've been driving on the road and all that. What is accounting for this? Is it that the drivers are saying that we are buying more fuel, or we stay long in traffic, or Christmas is here, or what exactly is it?
For Christmas, we should put it aside because they started this thing before even this December. They started this thing far November or October, November, thereabout, or even September, thereabout, that they started this thing. When they say that there is scarcity of cars, then they start doing that. But before even this year, they started this way. When they are from La Paz going to Accra, they will first load Circle, or Alajo. When they get to Alajo, they say Circle. When they get to Circle, they say Accra. The same car. That's where it started from. But now they have changed the narrative, and then now loading at Kaswa Street or La Paz Street or Pokwasi Street, Amasama Street, Medina Street. What is that? And we all have to fight it.
Right.
The media is part. We, the transporters, are part. The security services are part. We should all involve in this and then stop it.
Right. So, Mr. Agbado, Mr. Abbas earlier mentioned that not all the drivers are part of the union. So how do we know which drivers are part of the union? Because this is a bit worrying, because we never know. If we don't know that you are part of the union, you can actually be a criminal. So how do we know which driver is part of the union or not?
Was my senior brother, or yes, GPRT is the biggest and then the largest transport organization. What he says is right. But this is how I see it. You see, yes, it's not all drivers that belong to a union. But the problem is, even those that belong to union, when they get to bus stop, where there is nobody there to supervise over them, they do what they are doing over there. Meanwhile, we are from a union or a discipline union, I said. But when they get that to that place, that is what we have to fight for. Being in a situation, that one is left to us. You see, when we do that, that thing started some time ago, that every union has to have this symbol or a logo on the car so that we know that this car belongs to this car. The reason why that narrative changes, maybe I have a car at my union. It's been branded or it's been logoed. When I sold it or I sell that car out, it's not under my jurisdiction again, but my logo will be on it. That's what brought this whole hula-baloo. But if all of us will come to one understanding that we should brand it this way, and if you are selling your car, you have to take it off, then that will trickle down to everybody. If you are selling your car to somebody, the first thing you need to do, or if you write on it that you are selling your car, the first thing you have to peel off the logo, and then before you sell the car. That can help solve this situation. But to our colleague drivers that are listening to us, this conversation this morning too, it's mandatory that every driver that drives commercial car must belong to a union or an association. If you are not, then take this advice. Go and join any union of your choice.
But how many members do you have concerned?
Concerned, we have in Accra alone, we have 1,520 members. Wow. So the whole nation, the data is not with me, so I will not lie to the nation.
Well, Mr.
the whole nation, I don't have the data here now.
Mr. Agbado, any message to passengers? Is there a way these passengers can report?
Yes, there is a way these passengers can do. You see, if the person is loading, let me say Kaswa Street, 15 cities. If you didn't take the car will be there. If the next person comes, you didn't take, the car will be there. They will be forced to charge the right prices. But if they are staying Kaswa 15 cities and you two are in rush and go and join it, if you are aging and you are betting with them, so we should do the right thing. But the problem solver, or what can solve the problem, is that the MMDC is to have a place for us to be loading. And the passengers also get to the loading point that the MMDCs are giving to us. They should go there and then pick the car. But when you pick the car on unauthorized place, they will charge you unauthorized fare.
Okay, Mr. Agbado, thank you so much for your time. David Agbado is the Public Relations Officer for the Concerned Drivers Association, a driver union that is also against what is happening. It's unapproved fares. We have some messages coming through. We'll read them quickly. Good morning. I am at Ablekuma in Sakina. The approved amount is 8 Ghana cedis, 50 pesos, but you can pay about 15 Ghana cedis from Insakina to Accra. So the person gave a breakdown. We move from one point to the other, and the charge is Insakina to Ablekuma is 4 Ghana cedis. Ablekuma to Awoshi is 13 Ghana cedis. Awoshi to 7 Ghana cedis. Awoshi to Kaneshi is 6 Ghana cedis. Kaneshi to Accra is 3 Ghana cedis, 50 pesos, with the same car. Well, this is very bad, and that is the message coming through. Another individual says that, good morning, please. We, the people at Ashaman, are also facing such problem. They charge more than from Ashaman to Atadeka. You can also join us with your thoughts, submissions, and comment on this. We're trying to find a solution to the problem and see what the driver unions are doing about it. At least maybe the Transport Ministry can also wade into this conversation together with the MTTD. There is something that the National Security brought together up and says that if you see something, say something. You don't want to be sitting aloof and not report these problems. But we are having Abbas Imoro again on the show, the GPRT Public Relations Officer. Good morning, Mr. Abbas. We lost you briefly. We're asking you if there was any conversation you've been having with the agencies, that are the law enforcement agencies, when it comes to the entire engagement to ensure that these issues are addressed. Okay, Abbas, I'm sure where you are is a bit noisy, so you would want to move a bit away from it. But what I'm asking, we're asking before the line dropped, is how is the engagement between the driver unions and the law enforcement agencies?
Cordial, when we speak about some do's and don'ts, certain things that are not supposed to be done. We speak about all these things, and the current fair implement, illegal fair implement. We speak about that as well. So this is why I'm saying that I don't believe that it will be fair for GPRT or any recognised union to include the law enforcement agency before it.
Okay, Abbas, thank you so much for your time. I think where he is a bit noisy. We understand perfectly that maybe he's moving from one place to the other, but I think he's made a point well noted, or he's made his point that we've all heard, and that has to do with the relationship between the driver unions and also the law enforcement agencies. Let's hear from you that you are watching us now, because all what we are having conversation on is about you that you are watching, and you moving from your house to work, and from work to your house, how much you are charged. Let's get it straight, how much ideally you should be charged. Now that David Agbado has come to say that this didn't start now, if we pamper it or we nurture it, it's going to grow, and when it grows, we can't control it, and that means passengers will now be stranded, and you will be compelled to pay that amount because you don't have an option.
Well, he made a very valid point when he was talking about what passengers should do. You know, he said sometimes the drivers actually park on unauthorized spaces. And you can see this happening every day. And sometimes the police is there, and a driver will park like on a spot that you know is not a bus stop. They create imaginary bus stops out of nowhere, and the place just becomes messy, rowdy, and the police is there sometimes, and the police can actually see that this is not a bus stop, and the bus stop is just ahead.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah. It has the results in the traffic situation that we also witnessed. This morning I was listening to Bernard on the City Breakfast Show, and he made mention of an issue he encountered when he was moving from Ho to Accra. He set off from Ho at around 2:15 and got back to Accra around 8. And when you get to some of the places like you may cited Pong, for instance, people blocked sort of the church drivers are just loading people anywhere and just block the street, and they are unconcerned about the situation and all that.
They are very unconcerned.
Yeah, they are very unconcerned.
They are nonchalant. They just do things anyhow. And
unconcerned.
And I think that whole area really needs to be looked at, because if like you said, if we don't nip the bud now, it's going to grow to something that we cannot control.
It's going to grow. It's going to be a very big problem that we cannot address. So the conversation we are actually having about, or the conversation is about the unapproved fares that some of the drivers are charging now, because when you close and it's late, you would have to get to your home and you'll be charged an amount of money that ideally shouldn't be. If you are supposed to pay 10 Ghana cedis, they are charging around 20 Ghana cedis. That's 100% increment. If you are paying 7 Ghana cedis, they'll be charging you 15 Ghana cedis. If you are charging 20 Ghana cedis, they'll be charging you 30 Ghana cedis. And they'll say in Sawam Strait, or Kaswa Strait, or Medina Strait. So that means you, the individual that you've bought, and you are supposed to alight at maybe Domain, or you are supposed to alight around Spotem, because it's going to in Sawam Strait. So you are compelled to pay the 20 or 30 Ghana cedis just from Accra to Spotem or Domain. You understand? So if we do not work on these things and passengers do not report, sometimes you can find a way and report. See, we are supposed to test the law in this country. You are a passenger, you also want to get to your destination. We are not saying that you don't want to get to your destination. Sometimes you are actually frustrated, you've been in the queue for a very long time, and eventually you have to get home. But let's try and test the law in the sense that we will need to just try and also report these drivers, and let's see how the system is going to work. Because if we do not deal with this issue, believe you me, like Aguado indicated, it didn't start today. It started with a short route. Now it's moved to they saying that we don't have enough vehicles on the streets, so they'll have to charge these approved fares. And as we continue to see these things, it's happening this year. It could go on in 2026, 2027. Then it becomes something that is normal. Oh, if I don't even get a car, this structural driver will come and he will want to take 50 Ghana cedis from Accra to Kaswa, or from Accra to Amasaman. So I will just have to pay like that and just hop onto it and go. But this brings to a bigger problem, like I'm stating. Our transportation system has to be checked.
Yes.
We were in this country that 245 buses were brought to this country that were going to do BRT, Ayalolo buses.
Yeah.
We don't know where the Ayalolo buses is, Chris. If you go to other countries, right, you see their transportation system.
Nigeria has BRT.
Oh,
yeah.
You see their transportation system, and the next bus coming, you actually have notification on your phone that this bus number 2 is going to this place, or this bus number 3 is going to that place. We have failed big time when it comes to transportation system in this country, and I'll say it loud and clear, because the BRT system, I followed it keenly. We have failed in the sense that the buses were left to rot at Achimota. Some of the buses were also left to rot at Adenta. Some of the buses even in the Ashanti region. We don't know where these buses are, and that has become the bigger problem that we are facing right now. We know of the Metro Mass Transit. The Metro Mass Transit could hold a huge number of people that can be transported from one place to the other. We don't even see what is happening with the Metro Mass Transit buses. Recently, there were complaints that Neo Plan was complaining,
Right.
we can't maintain these buses, but these buses could actually be built in this country. Now we have to import these buses. The transportation system in this country has to be checked. That is what we failed. If you drive, there were routes or corridors that were being used for the BRT system. So you are driving from Amasaman to Accra. I'm sure you've seen this yellow markings that have been done at Apeka. Another one too is around Achimota. Another one too is around Accra. This were ways to get the BRT system to work. But what has become of the BRT system? You go elsewhere. We do not need a dedicated lane for BRT. No, we do not. Just make sure that these roads that we are using ideally can have these buses on, and we can move from one destination or from one location to the other. But
anyway,
what is happening right now is, if it's not checked, Chris, let's not go. If it's not checked, it's going to be a bigger problem. I'm very passionate about this because
I know.
maybe my sister will be in there, my brother will be in there, my friend will be in there, and it's a very big problem. Some of the messages that are coming, someone said from 37 to Medina is 5 Ghana cedis, but in the evening they charge 10 Ghana cedis. That is 100% increment. It is happening everywhere. Winneba to Sredo is 11 cedis with Chocho, but sometimes they will charge 25 Ghana cedis. This is more than 100%. From Sredo to Winneba Junction, not even Winneba town, and you are just helpless as a passenger. So this comes to the doorsteps of the authorities. The transport minister, please, Joseph Nikpe, please check this thing for us. The deputy transport minister, the Jomoro MP, please, you can actually check this thing for us. When it comes to the law enforcement agencies, we know that the IGP is there. Just push your men into the town, the MTTDs, let them check what is happening. I like what Joseph Agbado said, that the police officer was there, saying that if you do not charge the approved fee, the passengers will just pay what they are supposed to pay to you. So if we actually fight this canker, we would get a result out of it, like the way we are fighting Galamsey in this country. So please again, let's get it dealt with.
Message right now. Good morning, Channel. Well, in my opinion, if we really want to kill this menace, then we should start reviewing our charges. The motivation for all this is because the drivers turn to make more money than these short stops. So if the charges are spread in such a way that the long distance equates that of the short routes, no driver will continue, knowing the value will be the same. And trust me, the drivers themselves wish to get home early, and the frequency is stopping doesn't favor them. But they are doing it because of the motivation, which is the extra cash they make from it. So if this is curtailed, automatically we kill their interest and kill the menace. And hashtag Breakfast Daily. Good morning to you, fine presenters. In other jurisdictions like Europe, there are buses to transport workers to and fro work. Where are our government Ayalolo buses? It's because government have left the aspect of the economy to a private individual trotro owner. We need more buses to convey people. Else, don't blame the trotro drivers. They are in business. Thank you very much, Kweku, for sending that message.
So it's a bigger problem.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a bigger problem that has to be dealt with.
Because when you look at it well, you totally cannot also blame the trotro driver.
Of course, the trotro driver is making money.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that we should be lawless. There is a law governing every business in this country. You just don't go and put your vehicle on the street or on the road and say that I want to move from one location to the other. No, there is a law that has to govern. We are sitting here. If I say something that is bad, the National Communications Authority will come after us.
True.
If there is something that I say that is bad, the Ministry of Communications will come after us. So you just don't go and put your vehicle on the street and say that I want to charge ABCD because of hardship or because of this. No, we don't do that. The law enforcement agencies must work. The Ministry of Transport must work. You just don't sit in your office and say, well, it's allowed, the drivers. No, we don't do that. No. We have law governing this country. This country is not a lawless country. Let's go for a break. When we come back, we have more for you on the show.
Christmas Eve. Skip the ordinary and step into the extraordinary. Welcome to the Situation All White Party 2025, where the music never stops, the energy never drops, and the fun never ends. Celebrating grand style with great music, irresistible food, and an atmosphere that screams good vibes only. Date 24th December 2025. Venue Good Park near the Accra Mall. Time 8 p.m. till late. Dress code, it's an all-white affair. Get ready for electrifying live performances from Kofi Kinata, Perez Music, Inchin Chin Band, and DJ Mingle.
In a nation full of questions, where truth often hides behind noise, one show dares to ask what truly matters face to face. With fearless clarity and a quest for accountability, host Umaru Sanda Amadou sits down with the movers and shakers of politics, governance, society, and business, confronting the issues that define our national conversation.
Yes, I am Umaru Sanda Amadou. This is Face to Face, and you're welcome.
I say very often on the floor of Parliament that when we were in government, we got some things right, we got some things wrong.
Are you still planning to go to Parliament, or you want to look at National Party office position?
No, I'll be going back to Parliament. There's an unfinished business which I need to do.
Sports has 3 legs: development, management, and promotion.
Disintegration is extreme. We do not wish that even on your worst enemy.
Every Tuesday at 9 p.m., join Umaru Sanda Amadou on Face to Face as he digs deeper, challenges power, and reveals the stories shaping Ghana's future. Only on Channel One TV.
All right, welcome back. It's still Breakfast Daily right here on Channel One TV. We are getting into another conversation, and we have Frema Edunyami, Head of Events and Partnerships, right here with us, and she's going to be taking us through what's happening with the Situation All White Party. What are the preparations like? Where are we now? What is it going to be like? What should you expect? But before we get into that, Frema, first of all, you're welcome, and you look nice in blue.
Really, thank you. I just kind of had a feeling you'd be in blue too.
We're in the spirit.
You know what
I
mean.
We're in the spirit.
You know what I mean.
This is the spirit. You know, it's like we need the blue to push us.
Yeah, I mean, to push Phil, Phil is very heated. I know. But tell him to calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down.
I would tell him.
Yeah.
But talking about Phil, what are your thoughts about the whole conversation we just had now, about the whole transport system, with what the drivers are doing and all that?
You see, Chris, I see this problem from different angles. For me, I think that law enforcement agencies have failed the country. Okay, and secondly, I have a particular issue when we talk about we all have a role to play. We all have to appeal to the people. We can't appeal to the people. If we want to advise people, let's not go to the polls. Let's not go and queue and spend so much money as a nation to organize elections. Let's leave the running of the system. If we are looking at appealing to people, advising them, let's leave that for family heads and our chiefs to do that, because that is their responsibility. You need to crack the whip as law enforcement agencies. So if you are standing there aloof and people are misbehaving, you are a failure. I talk about the fact that, yes, our leaders come from us, but then in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is the king. The one-eyed man cannot also act like the blind people.
Right.
So then what's the point? True. If you're going to elect you and you're still going to behave like all of us, then let's all sit down and pray to God and hope that prayer can solve our problem. So this is it. As long as you do what you want to do and nothing happens. Can you imagine the chaos in this office if people come in, you have to be on air at 7 o'clock and you decide that you come in at 8 o'clock. People should wait for you. Really? Is that it? And that is what we are all doing. So we all come and sit down, talk about the policeman is not doing that work, the military person is doing this, the drivers are doing this, the people are indisciplined. Then we all go home and sleep. At the end of the month, everybody takes their salary. So really, what are we doing? Let's go party. It's end of the year. Let's have fun. Let's go and chill. If they didn't do it from January to December, they ain't gonna do it by next week.
Oh.
So well, let's end the year, you know, on a
hopeful.
high. I mean, let's just encourage ourselves and hope that maybe New Year resolutions are just around the corner.
So
as usual.
Maybe from New Year they might start doing things
as
better.
usual. We will all list the beautiful resolutions, and then by 9th December we'll come back and sit here and still feel we complaining.
We just pray everything gets better. But let's talk about the situational
Thank you very much. This is what will bring smiles to our faces.
Situational white party. How is the preparations like now?
We are super ready, you know, so at this point, just book your church or whichever way you want to come with. Start early, you know, because you have to deal with the potholes and the indiscipline and everything. But of course, I mean, we are very ready for situation. You know, the excitement is building up, and I'm very delighted, you know, on how people are calling and book my seat. I'm coming to pay. But this time around, let me give it to the patrons because they are really following through with their payment as well. So no last minute. It looks like the 24th has meant our lives, which we have meant 24th, you know, so we are all prepared. 24th is prepared. We are also prepared for 24th, all the stakeholders, so we are ready, counting down.
So the last time, I think it was Maggie, the last time she came here, she talked about, you know, when it comes to corporate bodies would want to organize parties, end of year parties, but they can use this as their end of year party. Why?
You know, so the situation is a stress relief, you know, platform. You look at it from different ways. Now, look at what it takes for us to, look, we didn't just start planning situation in December. No, it takes months. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of, manpower to be able to do this, right? So now looking at scouting for venue, getting your caterers in place, getting all the logistics, getting quality entertainment, finding the right, you know, crowd. You know, certain parties has to be large, you know, for you to get the vibe, for you to get the feel. And for me, it's also another opportunity for corporates to step out, you know. I've seen too many times Apioko, you know, in my face. I've seen Chris. I'm always looking at Phil. I want to also have a bit of fresh air. I love you guys very much, but I think it's about time that I also need to step out, you know, meet other people from other areas. Let's build new bonds. Let's network for the new year, you know. So step out. The greatest thing for corporates when it comes to situation is the fact that we are in the company of like-minded people. So you are coming in to strike a deal. I'm also coming in to strike a deal. So, you know, you know, so in as much as we are having fun, in as much as we are chilling, I'm also asking, so where do you work? So you're the marketing manager for Channel One. What can I have your card? You know, so by the time you are done, if you're coming to mingle with about 1,000 people, right? By the time you're done, you should have about, if for nothing at all, 50 business cards, because this is how we are moving into the new year. By New Year, you should sit back and look at all the contacts you've collected and say that, okay, so we can strike deals in these areas. So it's not just about the pressure that we are taking off you in organizing your own event. And, you know, if you're organizing something on your own, this is just one organization. So you're looking at your budget, you're looking at the food you eat, the venue. I mean, if you don't want to do it in the office, which I don't think that you would want to sit in your boardroom throughout the whole year, you know, convincing management on why they should sponsor your project, and then we turn the whole that place again to a party ground. We need different venue, right? So if you're looking at going to hire a different venue, if you're looking at, then look at the lineup of the artists coming. I don't think that a corporate institution, you want to do this. The food is buffet. You know, we have set up for platinum people. We have that for diamond people. Look at the grills, look at the drinks. You don't want to spend next year's budget, you know, organizing parties.
A party.
Some people say we are doing it for you. So allow us, do that for you. You've run around the whole year. it's time that you also sit back, let other people serve you, round up the year, you know, on a high, and let's enter the new year with new energy, with new expectations, and, you know, make the world easier for all of us.
Yeah. So talking about serving now, what are we serving them when it comes to the packages?
Now, the question should be, what aren't we serving them?
What are we not serving them?
Thank you very much. You know, so we are not selling anything other than the extraordinary. So we are talking about, you know, it comes with different packages. So the platinum, the diamond, the gold, you know. So if you are doing platinum, platinum seats 8 people. We are looking at 15,000 cities, and you and I will agree that this is a giveaway, looking at the offerings that we are presenting. So we are looking at a bottle of champagne, we're looking at a bottle of whiskey. I'm not going to be talking about the brands and, you know, what it means, you know, the statements that we are making with the drinks. So we're talking about the Glen 15 years, we're talking about a bottle of wine, 2 packs of beer, unlimited glasses of cocktail, unlimited, and take particular note of unlimited bottles of water, unlimited portions of grills, 16 bottles of soft drinks, dinner buffet, dedicated waiter. You know, sometimes I ask myself, can they eat all this?
Can they?
And all the time, people are not able to eat that. But the good thing is, whatever we put on your table belongs to you. We are not those party organizers who are giving the stuff to you and we are still eyeing that, hey, meant to be on my best as I had you. No, we don't do that. You know, so once
you pay for it,
yeah, it's yours. So sometimes you see people carrying drinks and I say, oh, this is so admirable, you know, go continue Christmas, because the next day is 25th, you know, Christmas Day. So yeah, why not? Go carry the party on, you know, at home. And let's not forget that when you enter, you're also welcome with your drink.
True.
So we have the bubbles, you know, as a welcome drinks. You get a glass of that when you come in. So this is what you get if you are on the platinum table. If you are on the diamond table as well, it also seats 8 people. So you get a bottle of whiskey. This is Glen, 12 years. You get 2 bottles of wine, 2 packs of beer, 16 glasses of cocktail, 16 portions of grills, 16 bottles of soft drinks, 16 bottles of water, and the dinner buffet. And this is 12,000 cities. If you're doing the gold, we are looking at a bottle of whiskey, which is Black Label. And don't forget that Black Label is premium,
high-end,
you know, premium, you know. And so you get in Black Label, you get 2 bottles of wine, 6 bottles of beer, 8 glasses of cocktail, 8 bottles of water, and 8 bottles of soft drinks, and 8 portions of grills. So this is what we are getting. And let me also state that we have the non-alcoholic tables as well. So you are getting all these depending on where you want to be, platinum, diamond, gold, you know. So just give us a call and let's take you through the packages as well. So we have 0205 973 973, 0205 973 973. And for the pressures that is on that line, you know, we decided to add
the other one.
Another one because Charlie, the pressure on names, you know. So we also have the 0558 973 973, 0558 973 973. You mentioned the corporates coming.
Yes.
You know, so situation is for everybody from whichever angle you want to look at it from. So we've told you why as corporate bodies you need to be there. Now let's look at families as well. You realize this is a fantastic opportunity for, I mean, an end of year family reunion. All right, because we are all scattered. We all always talk about the fact that sometimes we are all in Accra, but for months you've not seen anybody.
Each other,
and now because of social media, we feel we see each other.
Well, what's up?
Because I even follow you on Instagram, so I know that today you are wearing blue. I know that you were at work, so I know you are fine. You know? But we are beginning to lose that human touch, which is very important. So for me, this is also a great opportunity to tell family members, you know, that look, let's put on our all white. After all, it's Christmas. You know? And for me, I don't like hosting parties in my house because the people will come and eat, they'll make the place dirty, then they'll go home. Then you spend the next 2 to 3 days cleaning and you wish you had not even had a party. So let's all go somewhere, not anybody's house. You understand? Let's all go outside. let's go and eat. So if you are chewing bones, if you are, spilling drinks and all that, you know that it's not your responsibility to clean after you.
Yeah.
So when you are done, some people will come and make sure that they tidy the place nicely.
Yeah.
So for once, let's dress up, let's show up as a family. Call the mom, the dad, the cousins, call aunties and all. You can be a family of 12. You can be a family of 8. You can be a family of 10. We will create a table for you. We will give you that experience. You can also be the ballers in town. Come and show what you're made of. Guys, let's meet up, come and show power,
Yeah.
Now you understand, premium or nothing. And this is what we
I like
serve.
that, premium or nothing.
Or nothing.
So what's the location?
So we are going to Good Park. Good Park is directly behind the Accra Mall.
Right.
So parking is not a problem. It's well enclosed, so security is tight, although we are still bringing security. We always bring police, so they are all coming there. And we are asking everyone, if you've not called yet, this is the time. Slots are running very fast, so you have to look sharp.
All right, time?
It's 8 p.m. and we party until we're all tired.
Ooh,
well, and the artist coming.
I know, right?
Exactly.
Kofi Kinata.
Kinata is coming.
Aquaba.
Aquaba is coming. Perez Music is coming in Chin Chin.
And of course, DJ Mingo.
Let's not forget Rave Master is there. Abeku is there. We can't put everybody on the flyer, but we've got a lot of goodies.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, you heard it from Frema, who's the head of events and partnership right here in Channel One TV. Please call the number 0205-973-973. 0205-973-973.
Say thank you to our sponsors.
Oh, yes. And you also have the number 0558-973-973. 0558-973-973. A very big thank you to our sponsors, EcoBank, Bethel Logistics, Hallmark Cafe, and we are supported by Oswald Investments Limited. Thank you so much, and please call now. Unless, if you snooze, you will lose. It's time for us to check out our entertainment highlight of the day. We'll be back.
Oh, hello and welcome to Entertainment Highlights on Breakfast Daily. My name is Ni Komete Kome, and this is proudly powered by GhanaWeekend.com. Now let's get into our first highlight. The 2025 Matriarchs Verse experience ended with a lively finale at the Holy Spirit Cathedral, highlighting a week of creative activity. Poet Apioko headlined the event and launched her new memoir, The Gospel According to Adulting, which was warmly received by the audience. The show also included dynamic performances from Nenena, BKB, Kweba, and other emerging talents, adding vibrancy to the celebration. The festival, now one of Ghana's premier poetry platforms, once again reinforced its reputation as a major fixture in the country's literary and performance arts scene. Now to our next highlight, and a personal favorite, because Bless the Mic, one of Ghana's most influential live performance platforms, is returning after years of silence with a major reunion block party. The event, scheduled for December 20, 2025 at Republic Bar in Osu, promises a night of music, nostalgia, and creative energy. The lineup features top acts including Efia, Trigmatic, Yaponu, One Love the Kobolo, alongside surprise guests who helped shape the original BTM culture. Supported by major media and cultural platforms, the reunion celebrates artistry, community, and the enduring legacy of a platform that inspired a generation of Ghanaian creatives. Now to our next highlight, Nigerian singer Chike has explained why he no longer attends church regularly, revealing that seeing someone from his past during a service made him uncomfortable and triggered unwanted memories. In an interview with VJ Adams, he stressed that stepping back from church has not affected his belief in God. Chike described praying for direction early in his career and recalled a disorienting experience after unknowingly consuming a strong edible shortly after releasing his first album. He said his focus now is on living rightly and treating people well, adding that Christianity, for him,
So definitely log on to GhanaWeekend.com for more entertainment stories. Now let's get into another conversation here on Breakfast Daily. And you know, for Channel One TV, we tell the story and we tell the story for the change that is needed in the communities. But now there is a show coming up. There is something coming up that you'd want to know about. And in studio is Apioko. Today Apioko didn't come in. So which of the hats are you wearing today?
Today I'm here as Apioko of Channel One TV.
Of Channel One TV, okay.
Yes.
So Apioko is the head of programs department, and she's here to tell us what's the entire thing is about, the new thing that they are bringing on board will all be about. Channel One Community Legends.
That's right, Channel One Community Legends. Now, as the name suggests, we are going into our communities and we are looking for legends.
Beautiful.
Now, you spoke about how we tell stories at Channel One TV, and in fact, our tagline, exactly, telling your story, empowering change, meaning that everybody, each and every one of our viewers watching us, each and every one of us here at Channel One TV, each and every Ghanaian has a story
to be told.
And that story, when told right, can actually empower, inspire, and effect change in our communities, in our nation. And so with the Channel One Community Legends, what we are doing is that we are looking for stories of everyday Ghanaians.
Oh, nice.
Especially people who, you know, in the urban areas, it's a little more because of social media, because of the way digitalization is in these parts, and also because we center a lot of things on our urban living.
Yeah.
Most of the time, when people are doing things, it's a little easier to see. But we want the peri-urban stories. We want the stories of people who live in our inner cities, who are doing things. It can be the wache seller who has decided that every morning I'm feeding 15 school children on their way to school because their parents can't do it. Nobody knows. She's been doing it quietly. We want to celebrate such a person. It can be the teacher who has decided that, as for me, regardless of all the challenges that our educational sector is facing, regardless of the fact that my school doesn't have a building, we are still under a tree, I will bring transformational education to the students who have been entrusted into my care. It can even be still in the educational space, a group of young people who have decided that, look, we all come from a certain community in Ghana. We are educated, we are literate, we are exposed. We are not teachers, but we want to come together and go and teach children every week in a deprived area in our community who don't have access to a school. These are the kinds of people we want to celebrate. This morning, Bernard Avler told a story about how over the weekend in Ho, he met a young farmer. He's just in his early 20s, thereabout. And he started farming because he was, after finishing school, he's a graduate, he didn't have access to so he finished SHS and he didn't have money to go to university. But he's very well spoken, very intelligent. So he got a job as a farmhand. Now there are problems with the management of the farm. They closed everything down. Then the young people took up leadership. They started farming, and 3 years later, he's recognized as the best young farmer.
Oh, interesting. He's revived the business.
I'm telling you, employing 13 people and 15 more on the wing to bring into the business. So these are the stories we want to hear. People who are not sitting down and folding their arms and saying that, oh, you know what, nothing is going to work, so we are just going to live by the status quo. They are taking their own story, charting the path with their own story, and they're affecting change. That's what the Channel One Community Legends is about.
So is that going to be sort of a nomination? Is that going to be like we would have to tell the story like the way we've been telling stories here? How are people going to be part of this whole legend program that we are bringing?
So when we use the word community, so Channel One Community Legends, when we use the word community, we are not just talking about the communities that these people come from, these legends come from. We are also talking about community as a people. And so we want these stories that we are telling and spotlighting to be brought to us by communities across the country. Today, we are just letting people know that this is what we intend to do. After all the work we've done, 7.5 years as a television station, we've seen so much, we've heard so much. We do development journalism. We want to impact media. Everything we do has an impact for Ghana, for the world on a larger scale, but it starts with a small seed.
Exactly.
And that's where we are going. So we are just letting people know that this is what we are about to do. Within the week, we will let our viewers know how you can nominate a community legend. Now, we're announcing it today so that you can take your time and think about the kind of story, the kind of person that you feel deserves this kind of recognition. We don't want it to be rushed. So perhaps some 3 years ago, you encountered somebody, you encountered a situation, and in that moment you said to yourself, this person needs to be spotlighted. Exactly. This person needs to be celebrated. This person needs to be supported to do more of what they are doing. We want you to take your time and reflect on that. Then now when we give the nomination details, you let us know. That's how the window will open. So within this week, we'll put out those details for nomination channels. Then by February, so in about 3 months, by the end of February, we would have announced who the community legends for this cycle are. And so it's very much community, society based. It's for the people. We are telling your story, back to our tagline. But I also want to talk about why something like this is important. So why is Channel One doing? They're always doing things. Channel One and City people are always doing something.
Things. You're always bringing things on board. Why are you doing this?
Because it is no longer enough to just report news.
Okay.
It is no longer enough just to sit on air and lament about our problems. It is no longer enough to simply take what we see in the news and analyze it and then put it on air. We must get into the fray and also get our hands dirty for change to happen. As a media house, we have convening power. People respect us. There are people who tune in to Breakfast Daily every morning, Philip, just to watch, and not just to hear what you are saying about what the newsmakers have said, but they value your opinion.
Very true.
They value your passion that you bring to the spotlight when you are talking about our problems as Ghanaians.
We were just talking about, someone sent me a personal message and we're like, oh, we are excited you're talking about this. And the fare from Accra to Kaswa is 10 Ghana cedis, and people are taking 30 Ghana cedis.
So you are telling the story of the Ghanaian who takes trotro every morning and has to deal with the disrespect. The lack of dignity, the indiscipline, just because I was born in Ghana and I need transportation. Why? But the passion that you as a journalist, you bring to it, when you go beyond the studio, now I know even personally, you even reach out for stories to tell some of these people, duty bearers, what needs to be done. That's the impact. When we do our events, Agri-Fair, Business Festival, we realize that there's a need for entrepreneurs to have some kind of information. So we put together a business festival. We realize that there's a disconnect between our consumers and our farmers. Where's the missing link? We step in, we show what's possible. This is Ghana. We realize that there are a lot of people who don't have big marketing budgets because most of our businesses are playing in the SME space. However, they need platform. We have the platform, we've created it. We are doing it from. That's impact media. That's development media. Now, beyond all of that, now we are saying that sometimes what you are doing in your own corner may not make the news. Because for whatever reason, we may not see, it may not be, let's be honest, there's a bit of sensationalism in media and the way things are conducted and projected. But Channel One TV, we are saying, we see you. And if we don't see you, we want to see you. And so we're asking our viewers to let us know these people who are... See them. And you see, we need to get to a point where Ghanaians are inspired to take up civic responsibility. Government has their place, but the indiscipline you're talking about, is it government?
It's not government.
It's not. We are also part of the problem.
Also part of it.
And we are part of it because many of us don't even know that we have the power and the responsibility to be, to create an environment that is conducive for living as citizens of Ghana. Now, when we do this, we are teaching our young ones that they have no responsibility as citizens. It's a very dangerous thing. They lack inspiration and motivation to do good for their society. So we want to tell these stories so that we are molding and shaping the character and the mindset of young Ghanaians, that when you succeed, when you step out every morning, when you eat, when you sleep, it shouldn't just be about you. You must think about your community, You must think about your society. You must think about your nation, your country, and then what your place as a Ghanaian is on the global scale.
Beautiful.
If you can't do that, then you've actually failed as a nation.
So this a national,
it is
or a nationwide thing.
Nationwide initiative, national initiative. So looking for people from all over the country, all 16 regions, across every constituency, across each district. We want to know those who are creating a change. They are not begging for recognition.
Exactly.
We want to give it to
Give
them.
the recognition. So you, by close of week, you will know how to get
Exactly.
in touch and everything.
Exactly.
And
But we
how
want
to be
people to
followed.
start taking notes that, okay, this person, because we want the right stories, the right people to give this glory to.
Beautiful. So you should be thinking about that now. The lady in your neighborhood who maybe is giving sanitary pad to the girl child in that area, just to ensure that they are in school.
Yeah.
Or you should be thinking of that gentleman who has actually thought of buying some massets and all that to just push the students, or doing extra classes
Exactly.
for the students in the community and all that. Like Apioko said, we are going to give you the recognition, whether you like it or yes.
Exactly.
We are
And
definitely
beyond
going to
that,
give you
when we spotlight these stories, we are inviting CSOs, we're inviting government agencies, corporate Ghana, private sector, to see these stories and partner. So if somebody is doing something that can be amplified, maybe you have always been interested in supplying sanitary towels to girls, the example you used, in communities, but you don't know how, or you don't have the time, you don't have the machinery. Somebody is doing it. Can you give them resources, maybe a car to go around distributing, some money to purchase some of the parts, maybe even own a sanitary towel company, and you can supply. We want to see partnerships, because you see, development only happens when we are partnering each other. And it's something that unfortunately as Ghanaians we don't do. Everybody wants to be a Ankonam, Lone Ranger. Mipe. Not even your family sometimes, we're just you.
Just you.
And it's not the way to live. We all need each other, but sometimes too, you don't know what someone else is doing, and so you don't even know that there's an opportunity for collaboration. So we also want those, as we're getting these stories ready and putting them out there, those who have some kind of power, passion, dream for Ghana and for Ghana's children, Ghana's youth, for our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, who we think Ghanaians should be, what we think Ghana should look like. And you think that when I see this story, I can work with this person to make that happen. Also be on standby, because we need you.
So now we are telling the good story.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you should be thinking of how to tell that good story of that neighbor or that individual within your community. Is there a timeline?
So like I said, after we put out the nomination information this week, it's a 3-month campaign. So by the end of February, we'd have outdoored, unveiled, we'll tell the whole world, behold, these are the Channel One community legends. And there are different cohorts. So this is something we are doing annually. It's not a one-off. We started in December 2025. By February 2026, we'll have our first cohort. December 2026 will come again. You'll get the nominations window out. We'll have an announcement like this. Nominations will open. And then by the following year, end of February, you have your next cohort. So it's something that's our gift as Channel One TV to Ghana, to our communities, and to our young people. Because we know that unfortunately, we are failing them in what kind of modeling they should be getting for how they should live their lives as citizens of this country. And it's a very sad thing that we are doing. But if there's anything we can do as a media house, we will do it. And Channel One Community Legends is one of the things that we are doing to do that.
Thank you so much for your time. Apioko is the head of programs department, and she has come to announce to us Channel One Community Legends. Start thinking about it now, and you'd want to nominate that individual within your community, within your workspace, or that individual you know who is making a change in that small space that you know him or her. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we have more for you on Breakfast Daily on Channel One TV. Stay with us.
a very special young lady. She's done so many great and impactful things already, and I believe that she's a huge inspiration to many people around the world. Dr. Khadija Owusu onto the set. She's a medical doctor. She's the founder of the Kaya Foundation, and she recently spoke at the UN. Hello.
Hi.
So we're making boiled cocoa.
Yes, we
boiled
are.
ripe plantain with egg stew. And I find the very simple ingredients. This is the doctor in you. And as you can see, she's in great shape. So clearly. Do you mind my asking, on international television, how old you are?
Actually, can you guess?
The main character.
It's true.
Spotlight on them.
It's what people used to identify Ghanaians.
Egg stew.
The egg jokes in the
Oh,
UK.
the egg, I know a lot. No, but you see, anyway, we'll talk about that when we come back. Because how is your first time in
my
New York?
first
I'm
hunger.
going to speak at the UN.
I've been to the US before, but it was my first New York experience. I loved it so much. It was a crazy week, but I felt like I was in a movie, like Times Square and all the lights. I was like, yeah.
What's Cooking is brought to you by Genie Mayonnaise, Kivu Spices, and Lily Rice. In a world filled with challenges, we all need guidance, hope, and a lifeline to anchor us.
This is Lifeline, and I'm your host, Fred Crunchy Mensah.
From social issues, relationship challenges, and family matters, Lifeline is here to inspire, uplift, and guide you on your journey.
Where we give you support, where we hold your hand through the valley and through the thick and thins of life.
Join Bishop Fred Crunchy Mensah.
I welcome you especially to Lifeline.
Every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. right here on Channel 1 TV. Let's walk this path together, strengthen our faith, our families, and our lives. Lifeline, because every soul deserves a guiding light. Tune in to Lifeline on Channel 1 TV and let's grow together. Behind every closed door, a secret is waiting to explode.
Always been regarded as a useful and a sound party person. So I gather there's a fair chance of me making the office, provided we don't get into trouble. So don't start any trouble with the police.
Detective Calls, an intriguing stage play brought to life on television, where every clue matters and every character is a potential suspect.
About 2 hours ago, a young woman died at the police hospital.
This will take only the service of a fierce and yielding and sharp as steel detective to uncover the truth behind this web of lies and betrayal.
And so, you used the power you had as the daughter of a good customer and also that of a powerful, politically connected man in the town to punish the girl. Why didn't you come to me when you realized you were in such a mess?
Because you are not the kind of father a chap could come to when they are in trouble, that's why.
From Image Bureau Productions, Detective Calls coming soon on Channel 1 TV.
All right, welcome back. It's still Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 TV. Now we are getting into another conversation before we say bye-bye. So in the studio with us, we actually have Nana Asase, who is a poet, and he's coming to tell us about his upcoming event. Hi, how are you?
I'm great, by God's grace. How about you?
I'm fine, thank you. So the event is called Mental Pictures. And
Mental
it's
Pictures.
by the Fireside.
Yeah,
So tell us about it.
So, good morning to all our viewers worldwide. We have had Mental Pictures over the years. Last year we were here. This year we're having By the Fireside. Mental Pictures 9 By the Fireside. So it's a night of storytelling, poetry, dances from different corners of Ghana. We get to play some games that we used to play way back. And we planned an open mic session right there. Somebody wants to come up, share some poetry. Somebody wants to come up, share a story. And then it's, you know, the spirit of community, celebrating the spirit of community and reigniting, you know, our rich Ghanaian cultural heritage so we don't lose it. And all our events are child friendly.
Right.
So it will be very good to have children brought into such events to immerse themselves in what Ghana is.
So why important is it to have such an event?
It's very important because over time, we all complain we are losing what our Ghanaian essence is, the values we came up on, the things that made us a people, right? Storytelling is one of the avenues where you have children and adults in a very traditional setting, breaking word without anybody, taking offense. Let's throw our gadgets aside for a while, just come into a very organic environment, help de-stress, help release some stress. Let us reminisce the stories, born by the fireside, the stories of old. Let's talk about contemporary stories, but essentially what our culture is, what it means to us as a people, and how we carry it forward into whichever venture that we go into. That's the essence of having such an event.
All right, so how different is it going to be from the last one?
Last year, we had Bejina Reloaded. We were talking about the principle of people reincarnation, essentially. That was for last year. But this year, a lot of audience participation. Once we sit by the fireside, everybody has a say in the song,
and there's going to be a real fireside?
Yeah, we'll have fire. It might not be fire that will burn you, but there'll definitely be fire.
Right.
Some kind of fire. And then everybody coming along will bring a little bit of fire with them. But we will have fire in the arena.
Right, right. And would you also perform?
Definitely. I will be there to tell stories. I'll have other people sharing stories, sharing poetry, and we'll open it up to the audience as well at some point.
Right. So when is it?
So it's coming off this Friday, 12 December, 6:30 p.m.
6:30 p.m.
6:30 p.m.
Where?
start work. Alisa Hotel, Northridge. Alisa Hotel, Northridge.
All right.
Just so that we are exact, we're using the tennis court because of the outdoor effect we want to have by the fireside. So 6:30 p.m., Alisa Hotel, Northridge, the tennis court, Friday, 12 December.
12 December, and it's open to children. Is it free?
Well, essentially, the event is free. You only bless us with a token. Because all the energy we share cannot really be quantified.
Right.
Per head is 250 Ghana cedis. That's for each person who comes in. However, for groups or families of 4 or 5, if it's a group or family of 4, it's 900 cedis. If it's 5, it's 1,100, which means there's a little discount. Yes. However, you might have a peculiar family situation and you want to talk to us. Am I able to put a contact out that you reach us on? 0244 924 932, 0244 924 932, or engage us on all our socials. Asase Nana, Nana Asase, all over. And we'll make sure that we tailor something specific to you.
Okay. So, but I didn't ask, why is it called
mental pictures? So I found the antidote to a writer's block. Imagine all of us are tabula rasa, we're bare land, that's what the mind is. Anything that picks up any idea is an erection. It's a build-up. So it's taking you on mental journeys. The mind is the greatest battlefield. The mind is also that great space where we create and then bring things out into reality.
Right.
So we're telling you not to limit your imagination. We're taking you on journeys. We'll sit right here. We'll take you to the savannah. You might not have been there. You sit right here. We take you to a different part of the world. You might not have been there. You sit back here. We take you back in time. And that is what we do with mental pictures.
Yeah, sounds very interesting.
It is interesting. You should experience
Anyway,
it.
ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it from him. It's happening this Friday, and it's at the Alisa Hotel. It starts at 6:30. It's all about mental pictures by the fireside. And yeah, like I said, it's child-friendly. So take your children along. Go listen to old stories you've never heard before. And like he said, they actually take you mentally to where you've never been before. And you also get to participate, not just by listening, you also get to share your talent of a poem or a story or whatever. Just come there and, keep your phone aside and enjoy yourself. But I want to say thank you. Thank you for joining us this morning. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to remind you that the show actually started with Nana Boateng. And of course, you saw Philip some minutes ago. And my name is Chris Carter. See you tomorrow for another episode right here on Channel One TV. Keep watching.
abstain. Abstain. Why abstain?
I have been seeing through your shenanigans all night. I thought I told you that I didn't want to see that girl in this house again.
A mixed bag of emotions and incidents, Manian family and intergenerational drama. Some not so good.
That boy, that womanizer. You are old enough. I would like you to man up.
In other cases, not so bad.
So does he see in her that he's not seeing in me? Look at me.
Eugene and Anekia made a choice.
You won't believe what Pam and Anekia have done to me.
Watch out for So, a brand new series from GH Media Productions. So, Thursday at 7:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.